As your team moves forwards into the next stage of, well, their journey, a few things have happened while in town, and a few oddities, let's face it, also happened. While here, you more or less helped out people at a concert. More or less, you didn't kidnap her, but you did reclaim the next heir to the kingdom since her brother is currently gone missing. Thankfully enough, you do have a knight there to back you up, so you didn't technically kidnap her, but it's weird that you kind of took a nobleman from jail. You also accidentally attacked an old friend, me, and then almost accidentally got her killed. Looking at you, Nikolai.
Yeah, fun times.
While it was an impressive feat, both combat-wise and skill-wise, you were able to get her back and running thanks to Vol and Ada keeping her alive, and, well, whatever the heck Opal did, that still hasn't been resolved. Well, hasn't been asked questions. In Discord, I'm going to answer that. I'm not saying no.
Sweet.
Yeah. That being said, though, while you were on this journey and while you were in town, a few things have also happened to change the group and the dynamic. Vol is more or less not necessarily restricted to the city, but has been told that since her brother is currently not being discovered, that she needs to be in place in case the worst is believed happened. And well, she is the next heir. Her children, not that old. Her siblings are but mere children, so they can't inherit the throne. At least not for a couple more years. Grok, after, let's call it training, which it was, discovered that he is not exactly up to the task of traveling with you guys. While he would like to, he would not necessarily like to in the regards of, well, potentially being the weakest in the group and potentially becoming a burden and a liability. So he's decided to stay in town and train, but will keep being around until, well, you leave. Another person that was in your group, but almost immediately left, Vera, is heading towards the Great Forest, which is currently being looked after by the Feywild. And she stated that if you need her by tomorrow morning, let her know she'll be at this and this place. The time passed, and I'm going to say eventually when you went to go seek her out, maybe to say hi, how are you doing, she was gone because it had already passed the time. Unfortunately, she has a schedule to keep, and she doesn't like people. And that is where we left off. With you, whether or not, to go ahead and move on with the next day after taking a long rest. You're all refreshed, looking at you, Nikolai, recovered and taken care of. Whisper is back on her feet, although still a little bit wobbly. But your team is ready for the next day, whatever that might entail. You do know that Vol's brother, last more or less known location, was heading towards Hythe. And that direction is the Great Forest, the mining facility near the mountain range. So that is a path you can take, but not the only path you can take, as Ada has been given... Weird way of phrasing that sentence now that I think about it. As Ada has been given information on her past, and, well, would like some answers as we begin.
Dogma, you forgot one crucial detail that happened last session.
Oh, wow, I completely forgot about that when you said that.
Wait, what was it?
The egg.
The egg.
Oh, the egg.
In the middle of all that, you also created what would practically be considered a kingdom's treasure. Something as valuable as, well, in modern times, the crown jewels, the Declaration of Independence, those three items that the Chinese have, like some jade shield, sword and whatever. I don't actually remember. I am unfortunately very bad with history. But national treasures.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Hyping it up. I see it. Okay, cool.
That being
Nice.
the case, though, it all depends if you want the money's worth. Who would be a good buyer? You do know of a few people, but you have yet to speak with them. Unless you want to keep it, which is totally cool. And, well, it could be something in the future. Or something now, depending on how you want to go.
Alrighty.
That being the case, though, that was an impressive roll altogether. Teamwork. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was great.
Should have been more than 8 hours of creating that thing, but magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it should have taken close to 10 to 11 months to make that thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But with that, and you still need to return that back. Holding, by the way. You begin once more.
Oh yeah, it's in the back. Of
So we said that we'd have it for like a day.
Yeah.
So we need to get it back to Vaughn today.
It's very
Okay,
early
so-
morning. I'm gonna say, due to more or less paranoia, more or less frantic movements, Nikolai, you are probably the first one to wake up. As well, whenever you have stress dreams, that's usually what happens.
Sure. Yeah,
Uh,
I had a decent dream last time. I didn't dream of a weird shadow figure or anything.
I don't know if I should make you roll deception for yourself.
Sure. I mean, I knew I rolled a shadow figure. I thought now I don't know if Nikolai would piece together that he thought he was dreaming a whisper or not, but
It's possible. In fact, it's also possible you have yet to actually encounter that dream.
that's
I could
more
be lying.
menacing.
Could give you paranoia. But yeah. As you awaken, you do see everyone else currently sleeping. It's not that much far off for everyone else to wake, but you do know that Vol and Whisper are currently sharing a bed as well. You did not expect that many people to be in the same room. So
Yeah.
someone had to share. And honestly, Whisper would need someone to make sure she doesn't fall over the bed and get hurt. She is fine, but body can only take so much and would need a long rest. So, company is needed. As you awaken, you do hear a strange sound in the air, and Nikolai, I want you to go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That is impressive, and I didn't think you would get so high.
Me neither.
In the horizon line, you do hear a weird whispering sound. Something in the air currently cawing. When you go look at the window, you do see what appears to be more or less an owl staring smack dab at you, which is weird. Because even if it's early morning, it's still sunrise. It's around 7 a.m., so people can be awake and moving about. In fact, as you look and peer through beyond where the owl is, you do see some people moving about, living their life. So the owl being here is a little weird, as they're generally nocturnal. As you look at them, you do see a strange coloration of gold filigree feathers, which could be either an abnormality, but when you peer closely to them, it feels wrong, as if it's not natural.
Interesting.
Currently, it's looking inside.
Where am I seeing this from?
I'll give you
Outside?
a general token to look at it. There. Perched on the other side of the window. Clear as day if you're actually looking at it. But, outside of
Oh.
your room.
Sorry, I'm trying to grab a cantrip because I have the cantrip staff.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me rename these very fast. I will, Nikolai will walk over and try to approach the owl.
All right. You try to approach the owl, and almost like clockwork, it hones in on you. Each time you take a step forwards, it It's not as if it's bracing itself to attack you or fly away. It's more like continuing to look at you.
Did not mean to cast that, but I did anyways. So sure, let's cast that on myself. Now that I have it, so
Okay.
yeah, I cast guidance on myself. Druid. That was. I'm keep picking druid cantrips.
Mhm.
Okay. I will slowly creak forward, like trying to like watch every footstep, trying to like get closer to it, just to see what it's up to.
As you creep further and further next to it, you do see that the owl is still looking at you. It has not moved or looked around whatsoever. As I'm going to say at this point, you can see it seems even shinier than you saw it beforehand. Now this close, you can tell that the feathers are metallic. The eyes have a weird glittering gemstone adoration to it, but it has carvings in it, gesturing of an eye. Nikolai, you can go ahead and roll Arcana to determine what this is. At a game, you can probably tell. But in game, we'll see.
I'm not very good with things of creatures, so
That's fine.
16.
Nice. From what you can tell, this discerned creature is of abnormality, but not in the same sense of weird metal owl. It's more of the sense of a creation in the form of an owl, so this was man-made. Looking at it, you can tell that the eyes represent gemstones, the metallic wings are those of sheet metals formed into a feathery structure. If you had to guess, this is a type of familiar you can construct, but obviously it's not yours, so what's it doing here? Based off of its structure and its form, you can tell it's generally used to deliver either information or things of that nature.
Okay. I'll walk up to it and see if it has anything, like a note or something.
All right. You walk up to it. It currently takes its talon and hits the window.
Okay. Is the window not open?
It's not open. I'm assuming you would keep it closed that night.
Okay, I'll open the window.
Okay. You can completely say no, it's been open this entire time if you want.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Okay. You open it and the owl just scoots in.
Nice. Okay.
As it scoots in, it begins to open its beak, and inside seems to be, man, I'm blanking on the word. Checker pattern metallic structure in its mouth as it opens its beak, and inside you do hear a room leveled voice just simply speaking out loud. The voice sounds familiar, but I'm gonna say it's early morning that no one can really detect who it is. But Nikolai, you do hear this message as everyone else is currently sleeping. All right, I have no idea what exactly you're all trying to do, but just make sure she's safe. You could have just spoken to me. You didn't really have to leave a letter. Just make sure everything is fine and come back today with her to make sure her mom and dad know that she's all right. Closes the beak.
Oh.
If Dustin heard that, he would have known instantly who he was.
Oh, okay.
When you're looking at it quizzically, the owl then opens its mouth and in a different voice does state, would a message like to be delivered to the recipient and or receiver of the message?
Yes.
Please state message at the count of 3. After the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
So this is Nikolai. I am trying to relay to you information, and we are going to return her whenever is great or good for you in time, and that will be okay with us. Any good form of time. Why am I'm stuttering on my words. This is the first time this has happened. It's like when you have to think about something out loud and then you just replay it in your head and then you kind of mess up on it, you stumble over your word. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah. Anyways, we'll stop. Well, yeah.
That's so Nikolai.
It cut you off after it. Oh, we'll stop. Click. It looks towards you, and then just begins to turn around and hop back outside the window.
Okay, that was cool.
Oh man.
Honestly, after the beep, people would have probably started to wake up. You just take note that Nikolai is looking at outside a window, looking at an owl just fly away.
Yep.
With
Hope I got
dust
that
in the
message
face.
across okay. I should have said she's fine also in that. Oh well.
No.
With
He's
that
not
beep
dead.
would have woken just about everybody up.
Yeah.
Oh man, the stars outside are really nice.
Opal just looks at you. It is 7:30 in the morning. I don't think there's... Well, I guess the sun?
I'm not looking at the sun. You know, you can see small little. You can see different planets during the day, during the morning. Have you ever looked at the planets, Opal?
Don't need to.
Okay, yeah. Of course, you would say something like that.
It's not practical.
Okay. You don't think that we're the only people that exist in the universe?
Oh, I didn't say there wasn't life out there. There are various forms of life in various places. I mean, look at the Underdark itself.
Well, yeah, but what about space? How do you know that there's nothing in above our world? Like space itself could have other planets and possibly galaxies of other things.
I mean, I'm sure. I just don't have, what's the word? Knowledge on that subject, so why would I bother to learn it?
I do an astrology check.
History. Or some type of
I would
intelligence check that you can consider valid.
I would actually say it'd be closer to Arcana.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's fair.
if you want me to do, I can do Arcana, but I mean, I feel like I don't know if it's history, because history feels like it's in the past. And
It's
Arcana
more
feels
like you remembering information that you already have. Or like the
Oh.
study, well, at least that's the way I'm viewing it, which is why I said you can roll something else if you feel like it's more practical or
Got a
appropriate.
13.
Guidance.
Yep.
What exactly are you trying to rework, Nicola?
I thought I just know about the interestingness of space, and because I know that I mean I don't know me as a character I don't know about it's we're not on Earth. We're on the plane of existence that is not Earth, and so the planets of a solitary system is not the same, and I don't know how it works relative to.
I mean, Nikolai,
that we are in.
you can just say whether or not Nikolai himself likes this subject and has some familiarity with the subject.
He likes to look at the stars.
Yeah.
Similarly, that if you ever watch Men in Black, the same, Kay, he looks at the stars sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at this information and saying, or at least looking towards Opal, it's impractical to study this subject because I don't know it, so why would I bother to learn? Nikolai, you know, and based off the information that you have, based on random things you have located, small books you have gathered, you do in fact know that there is life out there in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Some scholars believe that the various planes of existence, the mountains of the heavens, the planes of hell, all exist within a concept of space and time, while not necessarily within the same place or location. So theoretically, some people do believe that, those planes of existence do belong within the world. And you also know that, based off the information that some scholars also believe, Dragonborns, Tieflings, Aasimar, and the rest all seem to come from different places of existence and somehow all collided into this world. It is very rare for so many different varying humanoid races to coexist based off of what people have found and discovered. While it is an old finding information on these subjects, it is not impossible for life to be out there as well, with so much variety here and how much it looks differently. That is incredibly hard to do without something coming from another place.
Yeah. So, I mean, in all of the vastness of everything that we exist, do you think that all of the things in life and different realities that we are is the only one that could possibly be? Do you ever think about that?
I mean, I didn't
Opal?
say that. I mean, sure, there's like, when you die, you go to either Mount Celestia or the pits of hell. But again, not my studying subject. Why would I bother?
And I mean, you know those places are real as a fact.
Well, I've
How
yet
do you
to
know you wouldn't
die,
go to another?
so
How
don't
do you
we
know if you would go to another plane or another reality that is similar to this one?
No, I'm sure there are. I just don't care about space.
Sorry, oh no, I'm sorry. We're getting too deep on this subject. Dust, do you think we should need? I think we need some breakfast, honestly. It's a very deep discussion for a morning conversation.
We also got to discuss what we're going to be doing today and where we're going to be going next.
Well, I believe the first thing on our agenda is to figure out a buyer, and then the second thing would be to find out where Ada needs to travel to. And also, Whisper, you know you have your assignment, correct?
Yes, helping Ada with pauses her initiative.
And well, I guess initiative is one word. I mean, Ada can elaborate if she wants to, but sure. Yes.
Can we talk about this after we eat?
Yeah, no, yeah,
it's
breakfast.
early
Yeah,
for this.
yeah.
Y'all begin to head back downstairs, go through the hallway and back down. You do notice that it's still pretty lively. Early morning, early breakfast, so plenty of people that need to work until the
I
soil.
rush down the stairs trying to talk to what's her face.
You still don't know her name.
I know her. I don't know her name, but I know she's wonderful and nice.
But you rush over. Hush, 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 hush. Everyone slowly makes their way down. As you are the first one to get there, greeting you simply enough with a kind smile. Oh, hello, Mr. Nikolai. How can I help you today?
Good morning. Thank you. I would like some breakfast and then a glass of ale.
Are you sure you wouldn't prefer something more citrusy or perhaps a nice glass of milk?
Can you, if you make it citrusy, can you do like a citrus ale?
I'm gonna go with mixed drink.
I like squint.
Most of
I
it going to
squint
be
my
orange
eye
juice.
as I like say citrus ale. Sorry, I
She
didn't mean to-
upright just tells you, I'm gonna go ahead and get you your breakfast and your drink. Most of it is going to be orange juice and some ale.
like ale on the side.
She winks and begins to head back
Okay.
to make the food. You're not sure, but you believe probably not.
He's very
everyone-
motherly.
She honestly is. Eventually, Opal, Whisper come over. Grok comes over as well. Ada, where are you heading off to? It's so early in the morning.
Ada probably would just join them for breakfast and then get her duties done.
That's fair. Scoop. And scoop. Eventually,
Oh. As
she-
Grok walks over, I'll cast guidance on him and touch his shoulder.
you come over, cast guidance. She comes over, gives you your food and beverage. You can tell it's a very hearty meal, fixed with a whole lot of greens, so a lot of vegetables. Looking at the further display, you do have a lot of protein there. So it's a good hearty meal that will get you going for the day and give you plenty of energy. But as you look at your drink, it's a nice tankard of what looks like ale, but as you put your nose to the air and next to it, the aroma is a lot of orange.
Is it good?
When you take a drink, yeah, it's very good. You can
Oh,
tell
sweet.
it is quite citrusy. You can tell it's a mixture of orange and some lemon with a very weird mixture of sugar in it. So it's a very potent drink. It does have alcohol in it. You can tell there's a small amount.
Yeah.
So she did deliver on her promise. It's just she's gonna make sure you don't get plastered so early in the morning.
Well, what is I've never asked your name. You have such a wonderful meal and accommodations.
Oh, thank you. It has been a few days. She just points towards the name tag she has. And character sheet.
No B names.
No B names. Oh, found it. Oh, I forgot that's what I named her.
Oh.
It's not a B name. My name is Carla. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, nice. Oh, I thought it'd be with a C.
I think she did introduce herself when we first met her.
Probably.
I forgot it.
I don't remember.
Carla with a C.
Yeah.
Carla with a C. Oh, that sounds amazing. Wow, look at that.
She
I feel
does
like
look.
a K feels like too harsh. It's like Carla. No, it's Carla.
Coming over to get everyone else's drinks and orders. She eventually delivers everything else for you guys. And she does state towards Ada, and generally Ada's friend isn't here. Towards Ada. Oh, Miss Ada, thank you again for helping me out yesterday with Miss Fauna. She has left to go off to the Adventurers Guild to look for work. So hopefully she can find something. If not, if you do see her around town, let her know that she's more than welcome to come back.
Well, I'll definitely do that for you.
Of
I'm
course.
glad she's trying to find a job or something to do.
It's quite rare for Feywild humanoids to exit from their home unless they go on pilgrimage, so it is daunting when you first go to a different place, you know? But I'm sure she'll get around eventually. I'm certain has strength behind her. It's just the mind is what I worry about.
She's a very sweet individual.
Opal chowing down, just not polite, no. Still in town, has to be a little bit more polite. If she has the help, she'll probably get through it. I'm certain of it. Thank you, Miss Opal. But the rest of you, I hope you're enjoying your meals, and if you need any more help, just let me know.
Thank you.
Of course. She begins to help out other patrons and begins to basically clean up and make sure everything's settled. But while she's doing that and you guys are eating, Whisper does state, so what's the agenda today?
Well, you remember the egg we showed you?
Yeah, that's still strange, but I've come to accept it.
Well, Dust, didn't you have some buyers that had potential for that could buy it for a good price?
Potentially the best buyer outside of the king and queen themselves that I know of would be the dwarf that we met the other day.
Ah.
But
Do you think? Ooh, I have a wonderful idea.
we pretty much cleaned him out of money.
Well, do you know? What if we asked him if we would escort him to his home, and then he would be able to pay us when he gets us to his normal home?
You could ask. Grok says, you can ask. He does live near... I'm going to have to look at the map. Grok does state. You can ask if you like, but he doesn't live nearby. You would have to travel there.
We could at least query him if he wanted the egg, and then see if ask, hey, we're selling it, and then offer, hey, do you think that you would want to buy this? Or and if he says no, then we could possibly go to another person, or at least get him insight that we have this valuable item. I don't know.
That's fair. But he does live in the farthest city in our kingdom to the east. So it's a pretty long
Verda.
Yes, he's traveled here for one holiday and two for the Festival of the Falling Stars, and since everything went dark, hasn't been able to go back home.
Yeah, Verda is one of the dark cities.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm thinking this is something that would be wanted for that many people could see, not just a few. The can't remember, what was the Dwarven?
So you wanted to auction?
Well, possibly, but Volnar, yes, he's a collector of fine items, but not very many people would necessarily see this. This is a chance for me to make a name for myself with how exquisite this item, that the egg is.
Yes, I understand.
I think if possible, taking it to the king and queen, I think we might get a very good price.
Well, I mean,
And
Volk
we might also get a name out there.
could be our be very helpful in a conversation piece. I mean, I don't know how much of a sway she could actually provide, but at least we have some good graces, I suppose.
At that Grokta estate, it is possible for that to happen, but at the exact same time, you could potentially use Volner in a different sort of way. If you do, if you are inclined to make him part of this.
What do you mean?
I'm assuming you're trying to get as much for it as possible, at the exact same time making sure it's viewed by the public.
Sure.
Yes.
You could perhaps be inclined to have Vol more or less bring a few noblemen into a meeting with the king and queen and present them with this egg. At the exact same time, various nobles are in, how should I put this politely, very territorial and like things for themselves. So potentially a buying bid would happen.
So if they wanted to make sure that they could throw their weight, or at least their superiority over an item, then they would feel more inclined to pay more money.
At the very least, they'd be obligated to pay more money. The king and queen have more funds than anyone else in this city. So they would likely be the ones to pay for it. And seeing as you are companions of the princess, it's weird for me to say that. Vol looks towards him. It's fine, you don't have to. Of Miss Vol. You also don't have to put the title, but sure. They would more than likely be willing to do so as well. That being said, though, only if you decide to put noble against noble and be the one that gets out of it with the most monetary value out of it.
Would we need to just we would have to query both of them and then ask, or would we just do?
The best way would be to
Vol?
blindside them to make sure that it would be an impulsive buy.
So we tell them, hey, we're doing how would we bring them together?
Quite
Private
honestly,
auction.
That too. But quite honestly, as the king has mentioned beforehand, we are a few people that understand what's going on. And your team will be the ones, if you decide to move ahead and deliver the cities back to the kingdom itself. In that regard, there is a way of you all bringing the noblemen back together as a way of seeing you off, but at the exact same time, using the opportunity to bring up this subject.
Yeah.
I like the way that you're thinking, Grok.
You know, Yograk, you've never shown this much initiative. I've never seen this side of you before. It feels like we're seeing a new personality.
I suppose so. Honestly, I've been traveling with you for some time, and the only job I had was to protect Vol, as well as the citizens in the towns we go to.
Nikolai, I think it's more of Grok is now in his element, if more than anything.
I will tell you,
I'm al-
strength and dexterity are not his high stats.
I was gonna say something that's very Nikolai. I, Dust, I'm always in my element.
You may be, but other people might not necessarily be in their element.
Understandable.
I kind of like this idea to get rid of it.
Vol does look towards you. Should I send a message out and get the noblemen ready then?
Yes. Oh. What do I have to give her?
Yeah, above game, you might. This would be a perfect time for Nikolai to state the message.
The message?
Yeah. That he got this
Does
morning.
the owl-
Oh, yes, I have a message, Mr. Owl.
What?
I do not. I state that there was an owl. This is hard to say out loud because. Okay, basically, okay, there was an owl, and then it had a electronic owl. I sound like I'm crazy, but that's okay. That's normal. Anyways, I state that there was an owl. Out of game, I'm saying this. The message that I heard, and then I replied with my message in quote,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, yeah, it probably didn't go as well as I probably wanted it to, but that's what I said. So,
With this information at hand, Dust, you do know that it's probably the person you think it was.
Yeah.
That being said, though, the weird electronic owl thing is something you've heard of beforehand. While you are not familiar with this type of work, you do know them as clockwork creatures or beasts or humanoids of that nature. There are rumors that these types of things exist and wizards are creating them. In fact, you've heard of various species, and this could be among them. Often than not, these are used as message givers, message receivers, potential fighters, combat trackers, things of that nature. And this type of owl would be one of them.
And it would be kind of more the new school, familiar type of thing.
Yeah, like
the master would have been old school.
These type of things are like very, very, very new. The information on how to create them is very old, but it's recently been dug up, and these type of things are going in production, but it takes time. They are very, very rare.
Well, Vol, looks like General Times wants us to bring you back today.
Ray.
Yeah, okay, well, that can also play into a number of other things that we can do as well. So, we can probably bring that up and talk about that when we return you and get everything set up for an auction. We need to Dust remembering the bag that we know is magical, but we don't know what it is.
Still haven't identified it.
Yeah, we haven't identified. Dust will be like, we need to identify that magical bag that we've had for the longest time. Today, we need to return the bag of holding to Vaughn as well today. But once we're done here in the city, what are we going to do next? We have a few items that we can do. We can hang around the capital for a little bit and solve the issue that they're having that's going on right now.
Honestly,
like above game, Dust is talking about the bad harvest that's going on right now.
how did you know about
yeah,
that?
I
I told
know
you
that.
about that, didn't I?
Yeah. We would have had knowledge, but Dust is like he said it in such a way that the people around who would potentially be listening in would not know, because they're trying to, like, the upper officials, they're trying to keep it on the down low as much as possible. We could do that. We could also go into the forests. And kind of explore there, talking more along the forests that are just to the south. And if we go that way, along the way, we can stop at the mine.
The mine is closer. And then
Yeah. So we'd stop at the mine, and then go into the forest, and explore there, and potentially find Vol's brother. Look for Vol's brother.
Vol has a brother?
I have a older brother and a brother that is 3 years old.
Oh. We're looking for the 3-year-old one, right?
No,
the missing brother, the older brother.
Well, I mean, yes, it would be definitely the older one. Yeah.
heir to the throne, yeah.
But if we go into the forest, we're going to need we're going to need a guide.
Fireballs. Yeah, fireballs. Fireballs would work really well.
We're going to need a guide, and I think, but we'd have to find a guide to get us through there, because that forest is connected to the Feywild. Potentially fauna.
Wait, what? You said... Did you say what I think you just said?
With fauna?
No, the other word. The Feywild.
Yeah. So Vera told us that the forest has a connection with the Feywild.
Yes.
Long before we knew that there was trouble within the forest, and that, like, pinpointing her, like, Vol's brother is missing somewhere in this forest.
Mm-hmm.
That was his last known location.
Yeah. According to documents and information you do have, he was in Verta, training and doing everything of that nature, next to the Wall of Iron. Heading over towards Hythe, to go and visit family, and right then and there is where the king, the queen, wasn't depicted, but she was there. And the rest of their family were making, more or less paying tribute to the city and, enjoying the things. The event happened, the Sundering, and then, well, he went missing during that, which you obviously know could be problematic, or he honestly could have been lost. But no new information was discovered after he entered the forest. So it is believed he is still there, or something else happened. But since no one can currently navigate it, no one can, go exploring. They're trying to, but if you know anything about the Feywild at a game, it is very hard to do.
Not a fun place to be. I mean, I'd rather be a little bit stronger, if we were honest. Get some more beefy spells.
The forest itself is known as the Great Forest, as it has a multitude amount of various trees, vegetation, and of that nature. Many scholars believe it is tethered and tied to the Feywild, as it has so much diversity in just that geographical location, and it also kind of is 1/15 of the entire kingdom. So that much massive land, kind of to figure that one out.
Yeah, so, like, going into the Great Forest is not a problem, I would say, with where we're currently at. We just need a guide. That's the biggest thing. And, like, I think you had said that, Dogma, before. Like, we could probably go into the forest, but we most definitely need a guide, otherwise we potentially get lost.
Yes.
And with Vera having been raised there, perfect thing. Another option that we could do is, there is at least along one of my goals, is I know for a fact that there is an admiral in Dawn. That is another location, and that's a dark city that we could potentially go to.
What is? I feel like we need to figure out what Ada needs to finish, or at least get her.
But that's
Or-
just
Ada looks up. Actually, I have a lot to confess.
Oh
If
yes.
that's right. I don't know if we should do it particularly here because I don't know who's listening.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not completely fine. We need to.
but what are some where do you need to go task wise? Where do you feel that you need to go?
If it's alright with you, I also do need to go to Dawn.
Oh, that's a duality. We can do two things at once.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say my fiance lives there. I guess technically ex-fiance lives there, or former fiance. Former fiance.
Would it be a ex?
I don't.
Boyfriend. I don't know what it would be.
Relationship words are the hardest words to.
You know, I mean,
label.
honestly, I want to go back. I just want to go back to Hythe.
According to this, it's 45 feet away. So you can easily get there.
Can we take a detour to Hythe? I want to talk to somebody.
Y-
Nikolai just like chugs, like looks like he buries himself into his drink after he says that.
One possibility that we could do is we could go first to the mine, and then through the Great Forest. Then once we're done in the Great Forest, we could go to Hythe, and then on our way up to Dawn.
That'll work.
Well,
Also, before we leave, I do need to talk with Amara again because I might have asked her if she could join the group.
Oh,
Okay.
we have to give her. We never saw her yesterday. Dust will give the because she never came by. Did she come by in the evening to pick up her sending stone?
No, because, well, you don't know. When you're like talking about things, Amara, Carla does state towards Ada. Oh, just overhearing the name. It's one of those things that bartenders do. Looking towards you. Oh, that reminds me. A young, I believe she was human, came over to say, to state if you were here, Miss Ada, earlier last night in the evening, but you had yet to arrive. She did give me this message for you. Feel free to read it if you'd like, and then goes back to her own business.
Oh, thank you. Can Ada
Well,
read the
yeah.
message?
You open it. It's written in comments, so it's easily legible to you. It just reads, "Hey, I missed you. No, not that way. Scratch, scratch, scratch." Reads. You then see it continue. I didn't see you today. I might drop by later tomorrow if you're here. Just let me know if you are. All right. Bye. And then underline, 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 underneath bye. Not really sure what that means.
Dust will give Ada the sending stone. All complete.
Oh, thank you.
hmm.
I guess I'm staying here and waiting for Amara to arrive while you
Oh.
two are go ahead and, sell the egg.
I like scarf down the food, and I'm like, okay, Vol, you ready?
Yeah,
We're going?
I guess. Ada, you do know where, well, your companion, well, not your companion, your childhood friend is staying.
Yes, I do. I just don't know if she's gonna come here now or like later in hours.
Yeah, that's fair.
Another thing, since you know where she's staying, is on our way out, we could make that the first stop.
We could also do that. Yes. I don't. Can I make a history check to see if Amara's a morning person?
Yeah, go for it. That's pretty good. No, she is
Dirty
not a
Johnny.
morning person whatsoever. You remember from time to time when she, when you were both around the same age, when you were both 8 and had to go to school, you basically went over towards her house, dragged her from her secondary bedroom, threw her out the window, which always freaks her out, but it gets her wide awake, and dropping her into her pool. You then basically take the... it's one of those things that have like vines growing from it, but you can easily use it as a ladder to crawl back down, go next to the pool, and basically drag her back out. She always goes staring daggers at you. Do we have to do this every day? And you just always repeated, well, if you wake up on time, you wouldn't have to happen.
Ada chuckles at the memory. Mara is not a morning person. She'll not be awake at this time.
Most often
Okay.
she wakes up at noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like awesome, actually.
She generally works at night, performing and, doing all that stuff. So that's not that, weird. She basically takes the night shift for most places.
Let's travel. Oh yeah, let's. I'm gonna take a swig of my arcane elixir.
Is Nikolai okay?
You just hear Carla sigh. I'm assuming it's the alcohol you...
the arcane drink, yeah.
Yeah. She can only do
90.
so much. Okay. I think it's only good for one more round. Well, technically one
Yeah,
more
I
shot.
have one. I just used the second one, the second to last. Now I have one more.
As you take the drink, 90. You feel a weird sensation in your stomach, as if the in lining is on fire. When you go to more or less... Oh, wait! Never mind.
Huh?
No, I'm still gonna make it happen. It's funnier this way. As you go to basically rub your stomach to get rid of that weird indigestion feeling, you feel your body more or less warping, kind of like Jello. You begin to go press a little bit more, and it like does the weird... if you've ever messed with a balloon and like began to stretch it and basically put more pressure on one side, it puffs up on another side.
Okay.
You're basically made of clay for the next 10 minutes.
I'm made of what?
Clay. Unfortunately, polymorph doesn't
Clay?
technically work
Oh
with
my
you
God.
anymore because we figured that one out.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that's changing my form, isn't it?
Yeah. So it doesn't work, but just be funny because it
Oh.
doesn't have any actual
Well,
problematic
yeah, it doesn't have
effects.
any negative
It
effects.
just works.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm kind of just like, okay, guys, let's go, and he like stumbles out the door like a weird jelly thing.
Yeah. It's weird, but after 10 minutes of travel, it does go away.
Nikolai's like a weird jelly monster as he like bounces out down the street.
Yeah. Some
Ada
children...
makes me mention that Nikolai is not okay.
I mean, even though he is okay, he's not okay from like what happened to Whisper. He's kind of like dealing with it in his own way, I guess.
Yeah. Dust, you were saying something?
Yeah, so I think the first place that we're gonna go to then, I think, is a magic shop.
Oh, okay. Copy and paste. Not the first one I thought you were gonna go to, but that is a-okay. Magic shop or... No, I'm assuming you mean Drake's Bounty. You might already be here. Nope, I deleted it, which is good. Back to the shop where you found a few nice things here and there. Drake looks towards you and Nikolai. Hesitant with Nikolai.
What do you want from me? I'm fine. I'm okay.
You
Okay.
haven't been drinking
Nikolai, can I
again?
see the bag?
No, you gave it. You took it from me when before I had the fight. You have it.
No. So the bag that the egg is in is Vaughn's, and we know that's a bag of holding.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking the other bag.
Oh, here's the bag of the other
We
bag.
have the bag of devouring, and then
Yeah,
we have
the
the
oth-
bag that we know is magical, but we're not sure what it is.
I like put a zipper over my mouth. It's not a bag. It's a normal bag that doesn't do anything, and I didn't commit any crimes with it.
Grok just looks at the group that is outside of Dust and Nikolai, which is Ada and the rest, and just states towards them, I'm pretty sure he's only had one drink.
I'm just unsure if he's drunk or just depressed at the moment.
I take the
Same.
bag and I try to like dump the bag out, and then like I don't know if anything would fall out of it, but then I give it to him.
You open it, try to dump it out, nothing falls out.
Okay,
And
I'm
you hand it
glad
to
that
Dust.
there's no head that falls out of the bag. We're all good. Okay.
Okay. So I then take the bag that we need to get identified up to Drake. Drake, we just remembered that we have this bag that we would like to get identified. Would you be a good place to get that identified?
It would be. It does come
Okay.
with a cost, though. I assume you have 5 gold.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Dust or Nikolai, he both talked at the exact same time, so someone gives him 5 gold.
I gave him 5. Yeah.
Okay. You toss him in his face. He picks it up.
Oh no!
he's-
I just like put it on the table politely. I'm not
Okay.
a savage.
You put it on the table, and then like bring it a little bit too close to him, making him make sure you're aware not to mess with you. Looks down, picks it up, puts it away, and he does stay towards you, Dust. May I see it?
Yes, here. And I
Handing
put it
it
on
over.
the counter.
You do see his eyes glow pearlescent, and then they go to a orange enchantment color, and then they return back to normal. He does hand it back over to you, and then does state, this is a bag of holding. Currently, however, it is a prototype of a different kind of bag that whatever this arcane creator was trying to craft. What I read it or registered it at is known as a bag of holding, which would preserve anything that's inside if it's able to be perishable.
Oh, that is a bonus because that is actually something that I was going to ask about, is a container that would be able to hold perishable items for much longer. This is a bonus.
I had stated, however, it is a prototype of some sort of that
Oh,
system. So
Oh,
it
so
carries
it's not-
less than a standard bag of holding. This bag still holds a lot, which is 300 pounds, but it is not 500 pounds or above.
so it's a 300-pound bag of holding that preserves perishable items.
Correct.
Okay.
That'll be handy for food stores and other items.
Quite. If you'd like, I can buy it from you if it's not to your liking. And I'm sure we can make some sort of trade for a standard bag of holding. I'm sure I have one here somewhere. Looks at the giant shop he has.
Hmm.
The space could be asking for a little bit more, but the effect of having non-perishable items, I think, at least it suits me very well. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Opal states, I have no arm in this race. Grokton states, I'm going to be sticking around here for a while, so I am fine with whatever you do. Valda state, kind of had to stay here. Whisper, sure.
Okay. I think we'll keep this back. So.
Do you by chance, just as a quick
Very well
question,
done.
do you have any magical staves that can hold spells or anything?
Not staves, but we do have other items that can do that. He then shows you a pearl power and then a spell storing ring.
Pearl of Power, you say?
Yes.
How much would that cost?
I don't know if I should do business with someone that has already been drinking so early in the morning, sir.
What? But That feels like you're being discriminatory. I've literally had one drink.
I am being cautious with a intoxicated chop.
Okay, if okay, let's play a game. If I beat you in a game of partials or parchment paper shears, is that how you say it?
Yes.
Then you'll do business with me.
Look, sir, I'm gonna already tell you it is expensive, and I do not want to be the person that takes advantage of you, all right? If you want to know how much it costs, I'm going to tell all of you, just not you, so you all decide on this, so I am not responsible for him.
Sure.
A standard pearl power that is able to store a second level spell is 4,000 gold. If I'm selling to a noble, which I'm assuming are not.
No.
Vol shrinks down. Then Drake states, but for standard individuals such as yourselves, I'm willing to go down to half price and let's say 2,000 gold.
What if I gave you
Nikolai,
Yep.
I think that's a bit out of our price range for right now.
Okay, fine. At least we know that he has it. So, well, thank you for the insight of the bag, and appreciate your help. I think we'll be off. We'll be back at some point, and hopefully we can do business.
If you want, I can also craft an item for you that can store a spell.
Oh well, I mean, I'm also curious. Do you know if you have any? I would say some kind of wands or different kinds of magical things that could be more extensions of spells that I could use. I mean, I always feel like if I have the chance, if I run out of spells that I'm able to use for the day, it's always good to have a backup. So
I am not sure what you're trying to state, sir.
what do you mean? You know that there's wands. Like if there's wands, like a wand of magic missile or a wand of fireball or something similar. Like there's different
that's
wands.
what we're implying.
Yes. Yeah, like different wands like that. I'm not stating I want those specific ones, but something like that. Then it would be another chance that if I don't have the spells that are for the day, I ran out for some reason, and then I have that as another option.
We do have a few wands here and there. We have a wand of firebolt, a wand of magic missile, a wand of firewall, and a wand of lightning bolt.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, it's good to know. Well, I know that we are a little bit financially deprived at the moment. Sorry.
We'll be here if you ever
But
receive the funds.
Yeah.
yes, that's okay.
I just remembered one other item. And at this point, Dust will pull out the crystal heart.
Oh, well, I do have. Oh, wait, you say that. I do have a.
Dust will lay down the 5 gold for the identification of it, too.
Oh.
Drake does state, like, before you put down the 5
Yeah.
gold, where did you find that?
We got it in one of our adventures. Some less savory people managed to get their hands on it. And we recovered it.
I will tell you, out of obligation to my business, I wouldn't show that around town, if you understand what I mean.
Yes. Would you like me to put it away at this point in time?
Please do. If you want
Okay,
me to
something
identify
else
it,
just
I'm
put it
away.
willing to. He says, if you want me to identify, I am willing to. Just make sure you keep that hidden.
Yeah, so I was planning on keeping it hidden. I just would like to know a little bit more about what it is.
He put down the 5 gold, he takes it, and he does stay towards you, making sure, keeping an eye on the rest of the crowd. What you have there is known as a gem heart. It is able to be a catalyst for a the best way I can describe it to those that are unfamiliar with magic, to bring life into something that does not have it. It is something very ancient, and based off of how it appeared to me the first glance I saw it, you have a very, very, very old one, not one that has the current faults that people are trying to create and craft.
So you're
So-
saying that you wouldn't buy it, or you think that we should just have it? And
No, I would.
keep
I
it?
definitely would. I'm stating
Oh.
that people would kill for it.
Interesting. Can I give a perception check to see if anybody's noticed it?
Yeah, go for it.
No, that's the best thing to do at the moment, but yeah, probably nothing.
From what you can tell, you do see that a couple of people are keeping an eye on you. It is Rock, Opal, Ada, Vol, Whisper, and that one random dude named Dust next to you. Everyone else
Oh,
seems to be
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
And Dust would have, because he knew where it came from, he would have not necessarily shown it out into the open.
Yeah, you like are keeping it braced against yourself when you pulled it out to show him. So like you didn't present it like Simba. It's more like taking it out of your bag, showing it to him, kind of thing.
Yeah, where it's just kind of just barely out of the bag to show.
Mm-hmm. So it should be fine, unless someone has a very high passive perception in this place. It should be okay. That being the case, though, Drake does state, if you do have the knowledge for it, you could potentially craft something known as a clockwork. Or if you somehow have very old and ancient arcane knowledge, there is speak of a new humanoid race that has been discovered. But I don't know any of that sort. I deal with the current and now.
Well, I do have another thing that you might want as well. I mean, if you're not being stingy and don't want to buy from me because I'm intoxicated.
Side eyes you. Again, don't want to take advantage.
Oh my gosh, I can take a sobriety test if you want me. I'm not drunk. I'm
No.
literally just had a morning drink. It's normal for me.
That's problematic,
Well-
sir.
Does anybody else need anything here?
Yes, I do. I want to sell at my gym. What's wrong with everybody?
Nikolai, you take out your gem, like, just buy this from me. What gem you got?
The gem of
I-
invisibility?
No, I put down the giant gem of crystal focus gem.
Oh, wow. Drake
Oh.
looks at it. All right, I am assuming you're drunk, sir. That gem, based off of what I know of it, like, take a quick scan of it,
Yeah.
changes hue, blah, blah, blah. Goes back to normal. Is
Mhm.
quite expensive. You could sell it at a very good 500 gold.
Is that the minimum price?
That is the
I
material
would
price.
Say...
The enchanted price would be 1,000 gold.
Oh, so you would give me 1,000 gold?
I'd
No.
go somewhere in between.
I think 1,000 gold sounds like the good price.
Mm,
Oh,
roll
Nikolai-
persuasion with disadvantage.
There's a 16. There's a 24.
Wow. All right. He is not going to. He's
Well,
going to
because
listen to not his better judgment, I suppose.
Huh.
If you want to sell it to me, I suppose I can buy it off of you for 1,000 gold. But I
Sure.
urge you not to sell or buy things while you're in this state.
Oh, I don't care. Okay, here you go.
You hand him the gem. He hands you 1,000 gold in a nice coin purse.
Woo, 1,000 gold. Just like
Side
that.
eyes and rolls. Looks towards the rest of the team. Anyone else need something? And please tell me the rest of you aren't day drinkers.
No, just
No.
him.
For the most part, most of us actually hold off on the liquor as much as our friend Nikolai does. We're not nearly as much into alcohol as him. So
I don't have
Fair
a
enough.
problem. I just have a curse. There's a difference.
Well, I think if that's it, I think we'll leave.
Very well. Do
Thank
have-
you. Thank you again, Drake.
Of course.
Thank you.
Come by anytime, so long as you're out of mind.
Out of mind or
Right
of mind?
mind.
Oh, right of. My mistake. I'm sorry. Have a good day.
Okay.
You shout at him 5 feet away.
Well, I was leaving.
I know.
It's okay.
As you head away from this place, Opal does state towards your team. You know I can identify items, right?
We trust the master. Other than, well, I mean, you are one of a. It's okay. Never mind. We thought we'd sell somebody that identify it, but.
I mean, to be fair, I can't use the identify spell, but I can identify items.
That
Opal
is
says-
good to know, Opal.
we can
I
use
for
that
one
for the
did not
future.
know.
Whisper
Yes.
comes over towards Whisper. That's also very vague. Yes. I like this one.
Huh.
Opal, by chance.
Wait,
did you
was that
actually
Opal who
cast
said I
magic?
like this one?
No, that was Whisper.
Oh, okay.
Ada said, sorry, Ada. We said. What do you say?
Opal, by chance, can you actually cast magic? I'm just curious.
Let's go, gang! Like, super cheerful, very out of character for her. We have things to do!
Damn it. I rolled an insight check.
Even with the 5, you can tell she's trying to drop the subject.
Opal, you can't be me all the time.
I can be mean all I want. It's not in deep towns. I don't have a warrant for my arrest.
Being mean is a mindset. It doesn't mean you have to be. It means that you want to be.
Vol just states. Did
What?
she just say arrest?
I'm.
This is very confusing.
Yeah.
We need to talk with her about some of this stuff at the very least.
Yes.
Where are you heading towards now?
Ooh.
Oops.
I think
We-
we gotta drop roll up, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
gotta do that.
have to go up. And there's,
Oh, I thought Vol was gonna go get the nobles and everything. Is that what we're doing, or?
That's what you.
it's a
Did you do both at the same time?
it's a combination of a bunch of things. We need to report in to say what we're going to be doing, what our plans are to do, with regards to like missions for the kingdom.
Oops.
And then we can also kind of bring up, hey, we
Yes.
also have this item. Bring Vol into the palace. Just kind of do that general talking.
Sure.
And then we don't have to role play this, but Gus wants to get rid of his extra leather armor and the fisher crab shells. Just had like an armor.
Hmm.
Okay. The armory is not that far away. So you go there, looking at the leather armor, looking at the crab shells. He does tell you that the leather armor sells for about half the standard price. So if you want it, you can get it that easily enough. The crab shells would go for a good chunk of 100 gold because they are a. I'm not going to use curse words here because it wouldn't work, and we're not role playing it. It would be very difficult to find, so it would cost for each shell 50 gold.
Okay, 50 gold. I only have one crab shell. I think some of the other people in the party have some.
I think so. I think Brock might have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he sells it, gives you guys the money as a little going away gift.
Oh.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. So, are we going to Vol's parents, or are we going to?
Oh
or
wait,
is
do we
Vol-
need to find Fauna first, or is that the last thing we're going to do?
I'll just tell you outright. So the places you decided on trying to go today are to the castle where Vol's parents are, to find Ada's friend, to find Fauna, and, well, to do other things, like perhaps investigate why the crop this year is doing poorly. Fauna is currently trying to go and get a job at the Adventurers Guild. Your companion, Ada, well, I don't know why I keep calling her your companion. She's currently not traveling with you, so she is not that. Your childhood friend is staying there because it also acts as an inn in town. So those two places are in the same location. The general did state for Vol to, come by today to make sure everything's out right and A-okay. It doesn't have to be immediate or super early in the morning unless you want to do that. So there is no time limit there.
Yeah, I'm thinking taking Vol and going up to the palace. That should be in like the afternoon, kind of after we have everything done. Just above game.
Wait, so what are we doing right now? We're doing the out of game. We're doing the nobles first, like full game.
No.
I'm sorry to confuse.
That's fine. From what I can tell, your friend and Fauna first, and then potentially a second thing after. Then after that, Vol and getting the nobles together.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I could be wrong. Let me know.
Then I think on our way to the palace, we'll drop off Vaughn's bag of holding.
Yeah.
And switch the egg from his bag of holding to our bag of holding.
That is easily enough done.
I thought it was Drake's bag of holding.
No, it's not. It is.
What?
I'll just show you.
Oh, it's the guy from the Jewelers Guild. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jewelers Guild, and his name is Vaughn.
Khan.
Yeah. I was about to say, I have naming schemes, and I might have named people at the exact same time, so I might have just slightly shifted a name.
Well, we'll see. Like with Khan, I actually have a cousin named Vaughn, and so my head my brain will revolve around Vaughn more than Khan.
That's fair.
Ooh, do they have magical gems here at the Jewelers Guild?
You already know that they're kind of running low on gems.
No,
we cleaned them out. No, we essentially cleaned them out of gems, with the exception of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
No, like there would be those are raw gems, like without magic imbued to them. They don't have any other ones.
When you saw and looked at the chest he got the gems out of, there could have been magical ones in there with potential implanted magic properties and things like that. You only saw a handful of diamonds and some very, very small gemstones that could be used for jewelry. But nothing massive enough that would be able to hold a spell of some sort.
Gotcha.
They are running low.
So, the fact that Dust is kind of wanting to go to that mine, take care of that mine, it's a big thing for the Jewelers Guild.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and dropping off the bag, we don't necessarily have to roleplay that.
Yeah.
So
Go in, drop it off. He does say thank
Yeah.
you. You go into the back room first. You say, mind if we use your back room? Sure, why not? You switch Egg into other bag, and then give him his bag, and then tie up yours.
Nice.
I think, yeah, it's not solid, so maybe only 20 pounds is used currently.
20. Yeah.
Probably more, honestly, based off of metal. But I don't
we
know
only had
enough.
20. I mean, sure. Yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
enough.
I
I'd say
would
20
say
pounds.
we only put in 15 to 20 pounds of.
Yeah, 20's fine. Let's go with
Yeah,
the
20
upper
pounds of
end.
material. I would say that's about how much we put into it.
Like I said, I don't know enough to figure an actual estimate. So 20 pounds.
Well, you'd given us how much the gold was, and that was 12 pounds in total.
Mhm.
And so just kind of roughly
There's magical
estimating.
weight.
Yeah.
Weight.
Yeah.
So we'll say 20 pounds.
Magical weight.
Yeah, it's
It
fine.
weighs more, so there's more magic and there's more cost.
And Nikolai, are you going to be carrying the bag,
I'll be the
Or
back
do you-
boy. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
or Dust can?
No,
Either way.
I got it. I mean, it's okay.
Okay,
I'm,
got it.
I'm the bag man. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
All right.
So you have the bag of holding and the bag of devouring.
Yeah, I can carry the bags. Why not? Yeah.
Who keeps giving
Just
Nikolai backs?
switch to the Kronk voice.
Yeah, I was going to say some exact. Well,
I know. I was going for Krunk from Emperor's New Groove.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can hold the bags. Why not?
Okay.
That was pretty good. All right. As you begin to make your way out, you guys heading towards the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, I think so. Just so that we can give a little bit more time until noon,
Yeah, sounds good.
because that's kind of when Ada's friend will be up. So
You can just wake her up, you know.
It is true.
That was the entire
could.
point of that backflash.
We could do that.
Oh my. Well, yeah. Yeah, we could.
Ada,
No, that makes things a bit easier, I guess.
Ada, it's up to you.
I mean, we could spend more days and just kind of like wait, like expand time. But I mean, either way.
Fauna and
Fast.
she are in the exact same place.
Oh, it's in the same.
Yeah.
Ventures Guild. Okay.
Adventurers Guild also doubles as an inn.
You should probably
Okay.
we should probably talk with Fauna first, and then we'll figure out what to do with tomorrow.
Okay.
A few minutes later, after finding the Adventurers Guild Hall, it doubles as an inn, thankfully enough. So people, adventurers, and things like that can't get rooms here, as also find posted jobs needing to be done in town. You do see quite literally a standard adventurers group, just eating, drinking, talking about their day. The more or less building out front does read and have a name on it, but underneath it does say Adventurers Guild in like small bracketed letters. So it is the Adventurers Guild, but it's mainly a business first. On top, it does read the little penguin for some reason, and you really don't know why as you enter inside.
Okay. Dust will, seeing Fauna up at the board, he'll go up next to Fauna, and he'll just begin looking at the board with her. What kind of things are up on the board?
It does ring Langstern's luggage because I couldn't find a board in time, but it does not actually say that. As you peer at the board, you can tell that there are a few jobs already set up and ready to go. It does read, looking for wanted help. Please apply here and here and here. So there's more than just go out, kill, or go out, retrieve. So standard work in the town also works out. But in there, you also find current infrastructure problems. Please rely and lean to Sir Rutherford. Right now, of the utmost important. Mining Guild. Looking towards the rest of the information, you do see plant crop ingrowth problem. Please consult Sir Denmark of the House of Norn. Please apply and make sure everything's in order. Another job does read, current hunting party ready and willing to go out there. But we do need a cleric for helping and relaxing to make sure we all don't die. No evil gods, please apply here. And it just reads Mark. And another job does state, current warrior needed. Must be able to slay dragons and kill anything that comes your way. No meatheads, please. Jefferson. It does seem to be the standard port.
Okay. So the mining guild one, that's the gem mine, right?
Correct.
Dust will be like, "Oh, what a coincidence!" and he'll reach up and grab the mining notice.
You reach up, grab the mining notice. At that point in time, I will. This is a little mean, but this is her character. She didn't notice you until you did that. So when you like reach out to grab the job, she more or less freaks out, like takes a half step back, and then noticing who you are. Oh, Sir Dust.
Hello, Fauna.
Hello. Are you here for a job too?
Therefore, this job is just a bonus. This is kind of where my companions and I are we're heading this way. We're going to do this anyways, and this is just a bonus. What we
Oh.
came here for, well, we'd like to offer you a job.
Oh, I looks towards the group of people sitting at the table for some reason, and then looks back towards you. I can't heal people.
Fauna, you will not have to kill anybody.
Heal, not kill.
Oh, heal?
Yes.
That's perfectly all right. That's there are some things that some people cannot do. We'll just kind of work around that.
Relieved. For some reason, it's still hard to. You can probably tell. Hard to tell. She goes, okay. Sure. I just need to go get. Oh no, wait. I already have my things. Okay.
Fauna, why don't we go take a seat and then we can discuss the job,
Okay.
and then you can decide whether or not you would like to do it.
Okay. She
Okay.
takes the piece of paper. She had it already in her hand and puts it back on the board. It does read missing cat. For some reason, the name underneath it reads Little Timmy, which is weird.
Fauna, if you'd like to take that job, we can also take that.
Takes it from the board.
And how tall is Fauna?
She is not that tall, but taller than other. I'm just gonna give you the measurement. I don't know why I'm trying to describe it in this way.
Taller than halflings, I know that much.
She's 4 feet 2 inches.
Barely.
Kind of that. Dust will just put his hand on her head and ruffle her hair a little bit. Okay, come on, let's go. There's a lot that we can teach. We can teach you.
Okay.
And the way that Dust was doing it was like teaching her, like, you just don't take jobs offered. You talk about, hey, what the situation is, and going off on that. And so
You head over towards the table where the rest of the gang somehow magically appeared because I moved them there. Giving Ada a bit more room. Grok, move over. We move over towards Nikolai, who already found the bar.
Miss Barkeep.
Yeah,
I
what
was
you want?
Wondering. Yeah. So I'm wondering if you can give me two of the most underrated and unique ales. No, not ales. Whiskeys that you have in your bar. And I bet you 5 gold pieces that you can give me something that I haven't had before.
Sure, whatever, kid. I really don't care. Want a drink? You can get a drink. This is an establishment. I'm not your mother. Goes
No, I know
over,
you're not my
grabs
mother.
like,
I'm trying to have fun here. Come on.
I don't care what you lot want. You pay for half this business, I pay for the other half. We do our jobs. Capiche?
I mean, how much is it for?
She comes over, and then when you say, so how much is it? She puts the bottle back. If you want the most unique, it costs you a gold. If you want something palpable, it'll cost you a silver. If you just want to drink, a copper.
I'm going for exquisite here. Something that you haven't given to somebody in a long time because nobody feels like they can spend enough money on it.
And maybe a gold.
That's it?
But am I made of money? Is this place
don't
out of
know.
money? Look around you. This is a nice place, sure.
Yeah. Sure.
No one's got
Give me
that
the
kind of
go-
cash
give me-
in town.
Give me the one for gold. Yeah.
All right. Goes back, gets the bottle, comes back with something called pig swine. Puts it down. Gold?
Okay. Yeah, here's the gold. Here you
Give her
go.
gold. She gives you the bottle. Congratulations.
Thank you. I take 2 swigs of it.
You take 2 swigs. This thing's only good for like maybe 2 drinks. You take 2 swigs, which is more or less a half drink, and then you immediately feel intoxicated. This stuff is basically moonshine.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Don't even
it
roll a
goes
con
down
save. Damn.
easily, which is good, but this
I
thing hits hard and hits fast.
I didn't
You're
roll a
now
con.
considered
You want me-
intoxicated.
You can roll a con save with disadvantage?
Yeah, I was about to say, if you don't succeed, you are automatically
That's a
intoxicated.
23.
Damn, can't get you drunk. I would have said, if you don't beat the con save, which was going to be 18, by the way.
Holy cow.
Uh,
Damn.
Wow.
Nikolai can't get drunk. You would have been immediately at disadvantage. Your skills would have been at disadvantage. Everything else should be fine, including attacks. That being said, though, this stuff hits hard, it's strong, and it's actually pretty good. It kind of tastes like vanilla.
Damn. That's some good stuff. I like it. Thank you.
Sure. Don't know why you're yelling, sir.
No, I'm just talking like normal. Appreciate it.
Fine.
It-
Want a drink? Food? Maybe? Or are you looking for a job? The board's over there.
Okay, dog, my out of game. Is my mic really loud or is it just.
No, this is just her attitude.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I was making sure.
This is not the
just-
place you're at.
Just above game, do we have to go take up like saying, "Hey, we're going to be taking this job," going up to the bar, or can we just take it and then go do the job and then?
You'll have to speak with her, unfortunately.
Huh?
No.
You'll have to go and
Oh,
speak
yep.
with her, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. No,
It's
that's
like,
that's fine.
You get the board, you say, hey, we're taking this job. She marks it off on something, and then she sends out a messenger bird to indicate the job has been taken.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I just wanted to make.
Anybody here, if you want to do a round, I bet you that if you all take a drink of this, that I can beat you in a drinking round. 5 gold.
The Dragonborn looks towards you. Do you really think you can take us, son? I and the rest of my band. You really think you're up for it? The name's Mark, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Put the drink in the middle of the table, and then I just pour all of us on the table a shot.
Yeah, honestly, there's only enough for a shot. Left. You pour each of them a shot.
Can I go buy another one?
You go
no,
ask. Maybe.
Yeah.
Weren't you saying that there would be enough for like a shot for everybody?
Or,
I think Nikolai
okay,
just
there's
wants
enough
more.
for- Well, no,
Yeah.
I
No,
know.
no,
I thought
yeah.
I thought
There
it was
is
only
enough.
enough for one shot.
No,
Gotcha.
you're all good.
Okay,
A
cool.
shot is not an entire drink.
Cool.
I don't drink that often, but I do know the amount of liquor.
Has
the
it been
shot.
a minute?
It's been a minute.
Okay, well I'll cast it again then.
Guidance, I'm assuming? Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
As you cast guidance on yourself, the dwarf looks towards you. Yeah, of course you need guidance. Humans always need guidance. Now, down the hatch! Immediately chugs it. The man.
I'll test swig it back. Yeah.
Yeah, the man next to you chugs as well, and the elfin man also takes a shot, and the dragonborn also takes a shot. Alright, I think the only one that has any type of skill would be... Yeah, only the dwarf. Human, elf, dragonborn, dwarf.
Oh my god. Oh my
Holy
cow. Cow.
Wait.
Oh.
Did you say dwarf twice?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
my
so-
gosh.
He got advantage.
Oh, the dwarf got advantage.
The human man is just passed out, blitz drunk on the ground.
I'm gonna roll a 4 on that one.
The elven
There's
man
a
is passed out,
3.
blitz drunk on the ground. The
boo-boo.
dragonborn staying strong, just barely beat it. And the dwarf, ironically,
And,
sticking to the stereotype,
Throw
succeeded
that on there.
Fantastic.
So I got a. Wait, you said it was an 18?
To beat. Yeah. The dragonborn
Okay.
got an 18 solidly, and the dwarven man got a natural 20, and also a natural 1.
That's a lot of spells I got to use, but that's okay. So I got an 18 right there.
Wow, just barely.
Good. We're good.
Nikolai can't get drunk, and in this case, they didn't want to get drunk.
No. I barely hold on. Barely hold on.
I would still say that you would you lost that round just
honestly.
because you got a natural 20.
Oh, who? Oh yeah, I definitely lost. So I mean, I would kind of like just barely swig it down without trying to like feel like I'm gone.
Yeah. As you take the shot, you get like a weird hiccup in your stomach, as if you almost got drunk, and then you bounce back. The dragonborn did the same thing, bouncing back. But the dwarven man, like nothing happened. He like took the drink, downed it, and like had no effect. So when this happens, the dwarven man just goes, good show.
Yeah.
Still terrible.
Here you go.
But not bad.
Here, take some gold. Here, take 5 gold. I know you earned it. There you go.
Tell me, son, can you use healing magic? We are in need of a cleric.
Well, no, I'm not really much of a healer, but we did have a healer on our. But I don't know if she is able to join you. She's pretty. We have a big quest that we're going to. I know the place, but I don't know the name. What was it called?
You're going to the mine
Yoda?
first, in the forest, and then dawn. Well,
Dawn.
actually, before dawn, height, and then dawn, because you want to visit someone.
Yeah. Well,
You can essentially say, hey, we're going to be heading into the Great Forest.
Well, I was gonna say, essentially, we're heading into the Great Forest, but then
You can also just
later
say
to
we're heading
dawn.
out of town, which is
out of
enough.
town. Yeah,
Yeah.
heading out of town.
Mark the Dragonborn does state, well, if you know anyone, let us know. Right now, we are taking applications to be part of this merry band. This strong, burly looks down in the ground, easily susceptible to the Constitution saves band. So we are in need of a cleric.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, this makes sense, but yeah. Well, good to meet you. I'm gonna head back to my group of friends. I'll let you know if I see anybody that's a well-versed healer.
We definitely need it. Looks back down at the half party that is unconscious. A dwarven man looks. All right, let's get him to the rooms.
Unconscious.
Dropped 2 people.
Trying to slap them awake for the moment in time. But Grok looks towards you. You okay, Nikolai?
Job well done. Yeah, I made 2 people unconscious from drinking whiskey. I think that's a good day's work.
Looks towards Ada and the rest of the group. That is not Dust, because Dust is too far away. Yeah, I can see totally what our innkeeper's talking about.
Hey, it's all in fun. It's all in fun. No harm done.
At that point, Opal does state towards Ada when she stated, "You still haven't answered my question." She does state, "And I won't as long as we're in public."
We're always in public.
Oh, then there you go.
Dang it. I will get that out of you someday.
Maybe. But Vol then states, all right, it does seem someone has been brought to the table. Looks towards Dust and Fauna. Does anyone want to introduce themselves? Should I go first?
Sure, why not Opal? Although I think Fauna knows a few of us already.
Waves towards mainly Ada, Dust. She knows Opal, but she like hesitantly backs up from her. Not because she doesn't like her, it's just something weird. And you catch note of that. Anyone with a passive of 12 catches note of that.
Definitely not Dust.
Ada, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nothing gets by Ada. And I think Nikolai also, so you both notice that. Grok then states, pleasure to meet you, Miss Fauna. I am Grok. I come from the city and, well, not technically the city, but I was trained underneath the city and I will be staying here for the current future, but not forever. So you might see me around. Vol then states, pleasure to meet you, Miss Fauna. I'm Vol. I can't get into details who I am, because we're in public. Opal nods. But just know I am here to help. Until you guys leave town, kind of have to stay. Whisper then states, hey, name's Whisper. I kill people for a living, or get information for a living. It all depends on how you describe my job title.
That's a bit of a upgrade to how you first introduced yourself when we first met.
I think I described myself as a scout.
Information broker.
Hmm.
But yeah, scout. Information scout. Broker and scout.
I'm glad you
That's definitely
upgraded to
true.
killing people. That sounds like a decent upgrade.
I've been busy for the last couple of months. We haven't spoken.
Yes.
At that point, Opal does state, name's Opal. I sell stuff for a living and currently traveling with these guys, because that one, looks towards Nikolai, invited me. And I could use
my
backup.
eyes. Well, I mean,
Oh.
it bad. I mean, you helped. I mean, you've been helpful, and I don't. Yeah.
Whisper nods, because she did help her not die. So did Ada. But Fauna then states, pleasure to meet you all. I'm Fauna Vladona. I come from the Feywild. I'm currently on my pilgrimage to just help people and discover myself. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Well, now that we got all the formalities out of the way, I believe it is time. Wait.
No, we need to discuss with Fauna what her job will be.
Fine.
Dust will turn to Fauna. So, a few of us, not all,
Dust,
will be
you need to
leaving
hurry
this
this up. I'm 2 drinks deep here. This is just.
quickly. And we are going to be heading into the Great Forest. We understand that it is connected to the Feywild, and we are in need of a guide, at least to get through the forest. Some of the other jobs that we're going to be doing along the way is we're going to be stopping by this mine, and thus we'll hold up the page that he'd pulled to clean it out, because of a number of connections that we have. And then after we get done in the Great Forest, we plan on going to Hythe, and followed by Dawn. Where Dawn has some problems that are going on that we've been asked to go and solve. We would like you to go with us as a scout,
Oh,
and we are willing to pay you.
Okay. That shouldn't be an issue. Just to let you know, though, looks back at the group behind her. Nikolai, you would probably figure it out at this point. And then looks back towards your team. I can't really heal anyone, so if you do get hurt, I can't really do anything about it, except maybe try to bandage you.
I mean, as long as you have the proper training and can take care of yourself, I think we have the healing department is not really a big issue.
Oh.
Yeah, it's taken care of.
Okay.
It's my job. You're fine.
Okay.
I didn't want to point fingers, so Ada, you don't have to be dedicated healer or anything. We're not calling names. You're the brains. I'm the
Nikolai, I'm not gonna
Dust
believe
is
the
the Dust is the leader, and I'm the inspiration.
The spirit.
I am surprised Nikolai didn't describe himself as the handsome one.
Nikolai, I'm not gonna believe anything you're saying right now because it looks like you're going through something, at least.
Going through what?
Alcohol.
Well, that's going through me for sure. I know that.
Dust will be essentially saying we'll also help provide food and lodging along the way, and then as needed, we'll, and based off of situations, we'll discuss about how much he would get.
Okay. It's just every group I've talked to today, they either needed someone that hit really hard or healing, and I can't do either.
What can you do?
I'm a ranger by trade, sometimes, and I also do other things. Opal then states, yeah, I kind of heard this one already. That is very vague. I can't really tell you exactly what I do, as it is, secret arts? Also very vague. Looks towards Ada. Yeah, I know. I am also vague. I'm just saying I don't like other people keeping secrets. I'm fine with me keeping them, though. But then Fauna continues. Okay. But it's nothing bad. I just can't really tell people what exactly it is.
That's okay, Fauna. And we looked to you because we had heard, because we knew that you were somewhat of a scout and you could track. And that is in what we really need right now is someone who can guide us through the great forest.
I also can do a little bit of druidic magic, but not a lot. So I can probably also help out with.
You know, I
maybe
actually.
finding
Oh my
food?
goodness, you said that.
Looks
Oh my
towards you,
goodness.
Nikolai, a little worried that she said something wrong.
Oh no, no, no! Look at this. And then Nikolai will like pull out his hand, and then snap his fingers, and then he will cast Druidcraft from the power, and then have a little fireball, like a little fire flame ember in his hands,
Yeah.
because he has the staff of cantrips in his hand, and he's like, I learned this. I was like, I woke up and I was like, I can do druid things, and it happened. It was amazing.
Dust will just kind of slap his hand to his forehead. Ugh.
Surprisingly enough, Fauna is excited when Nikolai does this. Vol is a druid. You already know that. She has these types of abilities, but Fauna doesn't know that. So when Nikolai does this, she is ecstatic that she has someone she connect with or can connect with in the very foundation of nature itself. So when you did this, Nikolai, she happily claps and then looks towards your flame and extends her hands out. May I?
Sure.
She almost cups her hands into yours as if trying to cup the flame away, which she does, which is not how the spell should work, which is a little weird. And she basically takes the flame from you, which also should not happen once, the magical effect leaves your body. It has a time period until it ends or until you decide to cease it, which is weird. When she holds it in her hand, she begins to close her palms together as if trying to snuff out the flame. But when she unfurls them and lets them loose, inside you do see an almost autumn leaf flame. The flame is gone, but what remains there is orangey yellow leaf.
Huh.
She
That's-
takes it and hands it back to you.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful piece of magic, Fauna.
Yeah. Says nothing else after yeah.
I put the leaf in my pocket. And
You put your leaf in your pocket.
This is special.
You now have
So-
one ember leaf.
An ember leaf.
So, Fauna, would you like to join our party?
Oh, yeah. I kind of don't really have a lot of I think the innkeeper said currency in this kingdom, so I would need something of that.
Okay.
How much?
I don't know.
Dust, he'll take out 50 gold,
Yeah.
and he'll hand it to Fauna. It's a down payment for the travels,
Okay.
and he reaches out his hand. Welcome aboard, Fauna.
Reaches out her hand, goes to shake yours. When you shake her hand, you're way bigger than her. So when
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
cup hers with yours, shaking hands, yours basically dwarfs her in comparison. Like Opal said, she does seem to be interesting. She does have certain skills and definitely helpful in tracking and doing all that stuff. But as Opal mentioned, society-wise, she might die. So maybe getting her in a group and at least accustomed to people might be a good thing.
And with that, like once Dust has her hand in his, I'll pull her forward a little bit and then whisper in her ear. Don't worry. We'll teach you how to associate with society and everybody else here in the material plane. This will be a learning experience for you.
Nods. Very grateful for that. But at that point in time, you do see that it's more or less. It's been a couple hours, honestly. So
Okay.
more or less about 11 a.m. in the morning, which is enough time that you could potentially ruin someone's sleep or wake them up without adverse
that's
effects.
good. So Ada, where is this friend of yours?
You can ask. She
Well,
is supposed to
she-
be staying here.
We need to
Oh,
find
she-
them.
I have no idea what room she's in. I should probably
Um,
ask.
Yeah, we can ask. Fauna and I, we have to say that we have to report that we're taking some jobs.
I was going to ask Nikolai if he can help me wake Amara up,
Yes.
but I don't think that'd be a good idea.
What are you talking about? I can persuade you to think otherwise, but I mean, if you really
Good.
don't want
All
me
right.
to
Try to persuade me.
persuade you, would
Try
you
to
like
persuade
me? I think that I could be a very valuable person to help you wake up your friend because I have very good magical abilities and I love being friendly to my friends. Does that reward me of a persuasion roll? Persuasion 26.
Can't get drunk, but can persuade like no one else.
Oh my god, that Nikolai's persuasion is so high. Oh shoot! All right.
And so most of the gang, minus NPCs except for Fauna, head up towards the counter. And the bartender of the little penguin looks towards you. So what do you want?
Yeah. The Dust, you could go.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you
first
can-
of all, do we have to do any sort of registration to take jobs off the board?
It all depends
do we
if the job has or requires the guild's work or a mercenary. Looking at the
Okay.
paperwork, it doesn't require the one you took doesn't require guild labor. It just requires mercenary work, which you can take.
Yeah. Yes. Our party would like to take the cleaning out of the job from the mining guild.
All right. She extends her hand out for the paper.
I'll hand it in to her.
Hand it into her. She writes something down. Is it just you or these folk gonna go with you?
There will be all four of us here, and then two of the others on the table over there, and pointing to the table.
All right. I'm just gonna put down here a group.
Yes.
Writes down group of adventurers. All right. Can I get a name for your group or leader of group?
The leader of the group would be Dust. Among the Dust.
All right. She shakes her head for some reason and then writes down among the dust. And then looks towards the team. All right then. Any of you need anything? Or are we done here?
We're good.
And then I'll kind of... our friend Fauna would also like to take a individual job.
Oh, yeah. She hands over the lost cat not bulletin board, posting, and she does state. Yeah, all right. Just you or some of these people here. I can do this one alone, I think. All right. Just know if someone does help you, they don't get a cut of the money. It'll just be you. So tread lightly. Writes down just Fauna's name and then begins to do the rest. Folds it up and then looks towards Ada and Nikolai. What about you two?
Oh, Ada. I guess you were looking for your friend where they were.
Yeah, I'm looking for one of the people that checked in here.
Patron or guild worker? She wouldn't be part of the
I'm
guild. She
not
just
sure.
got here recently.
She would have been patron.
Oh, okay, thank you. Patreon?
Yeah, all right. Can I get a description or name?
Amara.
Oh, all right. Says here. Okay. I'm assuming you're either a monkey or a Ada.
I'm not gonna ask about the first one. Yes, I'm Ada.
You do know that monkey was the advertiser that was trying to hire her.
Oh, right.
It wasn't an actual monkey. It was a person. Named
Yeah,
Ada.
I somehow my brain switched to it's a monkey.
Common misconception.
Not really, because I think I only mentioned it once that his name was Monkey. Actually, did I? I am curious if yes, I did.
I think you
Yeah, you
did.
mentioned him,
Yeah.
like, and we met him too because he was trying to
Oh man,
out us
I've
too.
met the freaking band. Damn,
Oh
Yeah.
that was great.
that was great.
Monkey Trip, Wire, and Vault. You already know that. Just making sure I gave you the agent's name.
Yeah.
All right, it says here one of these two people can bother her, so go ahead and upstairs. Third door to the
cool.
left.
And
Alright.
I'll go and I'll wait for Ada to go first and then follow her.
Oh, frick, dang it.
Looks towards you, Ada, before you go, the bartender. So is this like Mr. Monkey? Is that a title, or are we talking about an actual orangutan monkey thing?
I believe it's a name, but I don't know.
That's not a name.
I mean, it could be.
I guess. I don't know adventures that well. Strange name, though.
You never know if someone name a child monkey.
Look, I don't mean anything any by this, but it sounds like a derogative term. It's just not that something you do. You don't name your child monkey. It's like, oh, you're not that intelligible. You're dumb, so you're a monkey now. You're like a human, but you're not. Personally, I think that's bullshit, and those parents should be parents.
I'm pretty sure it's just a name for the sake of being not your real name.
Oh, an alias. That actually does make sense.
Yeah.
But then again, parents are pretty bad.
I feel like you sound like you have like some parenting issues, or some parent issues.
Listen, if you want to talk about it, we can. Chief Ada refers to herself and the bartender.
Yeah. She does state towards both of you. I do. If you want to know my name, it is. Let me look at the character sheet. Forgot a name for that. Which actually does work. If you want to know my name, it is Ralafa.
You said Ralafa like a fucking Fahal?
Ralaha.
Hey, let's go upstairs and find your friend.
Parents are mean. She like tosses you the key to the room.
Thank
Okay.
you.
She does
I'll
have
just
issues
call
with
you
parents.
Rawl. Is that good?
That's fine. You begin to head upstairs. As you head-
Stefano would probably gone back to the table.
Oh yeah, definitely. As you go back to the table and as these two get towards the stairs, is she in GM layer? Yes, she is. You guys eventually find her door. Do you like knock first, or you just use the key? Because she did give you the key.
She gave us the key.
I think we should just go in.
Again,
I know
Fine.
a Mr.
Everything
Monkey
like-
or Miss Ada are allowed to disturb her. Which was
I was about to break down the door.
Don't break. No. It's not our.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
okay.
money.
I'll break down the door.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast this real fast.
Break
First
door
level.
spell.
Wow.
Don't
Let's do
break
a
down the door.
thunder damage on the door.
No, please, no.
No,
She gave you guys the key.
It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. It's okay.
You guys,
We're gonna have to pay for it.
you guys enter into the
Ada
hallway.
would have gone up first, and she probably would have unlocked the door.
Ada rolls sleight of hand.
No, it's okay. I have a spell for this. I planned for something like this.
Oh no, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well at all.
Wow, you rolled
Oh,
17.
I was
my
about to say you
God.
have to beat his attack basically, which you did, which is 17.
You rolled a nat. I mean,
I rolled a nav
No.
1 and I had a -1. on
yeah,
that,
you rolled
so-
a 0 for your other attack.
Hey.
So
Nikolai
also-
begins to like go into the hallway, spark up his hands, going, "All right, I got a plan for this door." Immediately, you like slip in, unlock the key before he gets a chance, and like push
So
the door
did I
open.
cast a spell or not?
No, I'm gonna say like she
Okay,
noticed
cool.
you gathering
Hit it
energy in your
against the
palms,
wall.
but you weren't able to cast the spell.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Nikolai.
Ah, man, you gotta be quick. You're not that quick, Ada. I'm surprised you were able to be that snappy. I'm proud of you.
I don't want you to destroy a door. That's it.
Oh, well, I mean, I had mending stocked and ready for the chance to mend the door.
As you basically have a conversation in between this hallway and her room, and looking inside, you do see a very clean, well, I shouldn't say clean, a very sparse room with not that many stuff in it. You do have a writing desk, a chair, a bed, a person on the bed currently knocked out. Half her body is rolled over to the side so most of her framework, basically her left arm, left leg, right arm are over the side of the bed, so she is knocked out cold. Not by any spell, she's just a hard sleeper. And everything else here, there's like adventurer's bag in the side corner where she keeps her things. And that's basically it. Except for like a cup of water on the writing desk. She hasn't moved an inch since you busted in.
I throw the cup of water on her face.
Grab the
Oh,
cup. Splash! I want to make her roll history. That's a 2.
Oh, I would have gotten a nice knife
Whoa.
and put it up against her skin.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
that mean. I feel like water is just more of like just a generic try. And if that doesn't work, then I can escalate things.
don't hurt her.
Splash!
You're gonna hurt.
She more or less immediately wakes up. Before she is actively conscious, she just states out loud without thinking it or perhaps not even remembering it at the very moment. She goes, "Damn it, Ada, every time!" And then
Here,
she like
sorry. Drink
opens her
this, it'll
eyes.
wake you up.
and she's like still half asleep. She just did that as a reactional moment thing. So when you say sorry, this is like waking her up more. And then you say, "Here, drink this."
Yep.
She like fully wakes up, basically strikes up hands about to basically punch you in the face, but then notices Ada like 5 feet from you. Oh,
Did she drink it?
she didn't drink it just yet. She was about to punch you in the face.
Oh, okay.
Ada.
Looks at your hands. She is honestly tempted. But looking down at the hands that Nikolai provides, what are you trying to give her, Nikolai?
The last drink of the arcane drink.
No, don't. Nikolai.
Ada would know. So she just goes, "No, don't." And Amara then states, "Oh, okay."
Oh, it's really good. It makes you feel. Yeah.
So when you explain things, she does state, "Oh, okay. One moment." She like gets her gear that's in the corner of the room. Gets something from the desk. There wasn't anything on top of it. There was something inside. So when she gets it, she does have like a furl of papers in there, and then rolls one up and twines it with a piece of string, and puts it in her purse or bag, and the other papers in the other satchel. All right. All right. Sounds good.
Are you ready?
You should at least eat first.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Above
Where
game.
do we live?
Above game. Amara had never made a decision on what she was going to do, at least as far as we know. So the fact that Nikolai's like, "Oh, we're going," he's pushing it along in the fact that Amara has not said whether or not she's going with us,
I
or if she's going to go with
I
the
have
monkey.
no idea the conversation that they had, so I'm wanting to go talk to the nobles. That's all I'm trying to do.
Makes sense. But you can tell that in the beginning she was more or less hesitant. But then she grabbed her papers, rolled up that note, put it in her bag, put the rest of the papers in another satchel, and then says, "All right, just let me go get breakfast."
Sure. I mean, we're not like leaving town. We're just going in town.
I mean, I just woke up. It's basically breakfast time.
Nikolai, just let her eat. I know you want to get things done. I know you're.
I'm excited. We
but,
made an egg. It's okay. It's just like this giant. Have you seen the egg? It was huge. It was crazy.
Ada puts her hand on Nikolai's shoulder. I know you're probably going through some things right now, besides the alcohol, like everything that happened yesterday. If you want to talk about it, we can. Just calm down. Okay.
Put my hand on her shoulder, and I say, "Hey."
What are you doing?
Unfortunately, you're not Miles Morales, so it does not.
Thank you, Doug.
I know exactly.
And then I cast guidance on her just for fun. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Cast guidance. Amara comes over towards the bartender, basically states, "Hey, Roll, can I get the usual? The usual breakfast? I mean, yeah, it is morning. It's 12, miss, but sure." Goes back, comes in with a hearty breakfast. Air quotes. "All right, enjoy yourself. Thanks. Oh, I don't think I need my room anymore," so hands over her key and then states, "Can you also dispose of this?" Takes the note she rolled up and gives it to her. "I don't think I need this anymore either." Sure, whatever. Thanks." And she already knows us, so she goes over to the table.
Ada's gonna give the key back. The room key.
All right. You notice her key and that note she put away on the desk as well. Looking towards you, the bartender nods. "All right. You want anything, or are you gonna get a drink, food, or are you just gonna stand there?"
I'm just going to go with my companions.
All right. As long as you buy something, I really don't care. Just trying to make more
And
space.
I think with it being noon, I think we would have purchased a lunch. Dust would have purchased a lunch for everybody.
You got a nice lunch, which
Pretty
honestly,
sure the table's too big for all those people, but okay.
it is.
It'll work.
Too small, I guess.
It is. Should have ordered a booth. Anyways, you ordered a nice meal, a nice lunch. Well, Amara already has her lunch, air quotes. So it costs 2 copper per individual, so that's perfectly a-okay. You find Nikolai randomly with another group, a nice halfling man and a nice
I ate with
orcish
them
woman.
because our table is full, and I was just making some conversation.
A nice orcish woman look towards you. They have a nice polite conversation with you, Nikolai. This is more of a guild hall / inn, so this kind of thing is, appropriate enough that it's not weird. So when the halfling man looks towards you after eating half his meal, having polite conversation, does look towards you. New in town, or are you just walking on by?
Oh no, I'm just part of the group over there. Just our table was full, so I'd sit over here.
Oh yeah,
no biggie.
That makes sense. Name's Sorry, you just heard something at the door.
Yeah.
Name's Lenny, by the way. This here, miss, is my wife. Oh, I forgot to give her an L name too. Doesn't matter. They're random NPCs you can find in town.
Yeah. Yeah.
The name's Lorraine. Lorraine looks towards you. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Nikolai. We're just passing through. We have some business with around town. So just we had to meet a friend here, and now we're about to be on our way. So
Oh, that makes sense. Adventurers, ruffians, military men, or mercenary men and that like. Perfectly makes sense. Tell me now though. You heading out of town or are you staying here for a while? If you are heading out of town, I kind of do need, well, a favor if you want. You can say no, obviously.
we're heading towards the forest. So I mean, nothing too crazy, but I guess the forest is crazy, I suppose, or some.
If you are heading towards the forest, he like brings out a nice little piece of paper. I do need this message delivered to the orc tribe near it. Unfortunately, I can't go there, and my wife can't go there due to circumstances. You understand. It'd be great if you can deliver this to my half brother. He works at the
okay.
mines, and haven't been able to contact with him for a while.
Okay.
Above game, if Nikolai does want to take that job, it would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I
It-
think
like-
it'll work.
Maybe a slight detour, but it is along our route, potentially.
It's actually on your route. His orc half brother is working at the mines.
Oh, he is working at the mines?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
part of that tribe, but he's working
What's
at the
his
mines, which is
name,
a
perchance?
more way of finding him. Yeah, no problem. Do you say what's
Yeah, I
his
just
name?
cut you off.
That's fine. He does state. Oh, thankfully he's not another L name. His name's George. Well, George in the common name. In Orcish, it is Ruktha Baktha.
Papa? Is that how you said that?
He just spells it out. Ruktha Maktha.
Okay.
Oh, I put
Um,
breaks through it. Well, whatever. Ruktha Maktha or George in common.
Yeah. Well, good to think. Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem.
Oh, thank you kindly. He does give you like 2 gold coin, which is honestly a lot just to deliver a message.
You know, honestly, I know you don't have much. I think I can just do it as a favor. I'm not. We have something we've been trying to sell, so I think I need to do some generosity from now for at least for once.
No, I should at least give you something. I'm trying to get him to well, technically, she's not my wife yet, but we do need someone from her side of the family to be there at the wedding. Well, technically, her brother, my brother-in-law, but obviously my half-brother, circumstance being I'd marry her, he becomes my brother, and basically half-brother there. You can tell he doesn't know how genealogy works.
Yeah.
But he does state. But we do need someone from her side of the family to attend the wedding. And, well, he's honestly the best chance we got.
Hmm.
So I need to give you something for this.
Well, I mean, I guess. What if you I mean, you're a dwarf, correct?
No, I'm a halfling.
Oh, halfling. Excuse me. Well,
I mean, most of the mine workers are dwarves, but not everyone.
I don't know. I mean, do you have any? I feel like a generous.
I can give you
person
less
at the
money,
moment.
but I have to give you something.
I don't know anything, something else other than money that you feel like you could part with.
No, I can do that. Looks towards his wife. His wife nods, and then like he takes out what appears to be a white envelope and hands it over.
Okay.
You take it. You take the other envelope, which is a standard manila envelope with potentially a message inside if you open it up. And the white envelope is like one of those cards, like those greeting cards you can easily just open if you want at the table.
So one is
one is a message to George. Another one is a white card to you.
Gotcha.
All right.
What's the second one? A white
Basically-
card?
A white card. It's like one of those ones you just fold like a birthday card or like a happy anniversary card or something of that nature.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll take it, and then I finish the meal, and then I get ready to head out when everybody else is ready.
You finish your meal easily enough. Everyone else does too. You put the message to George and the white card in your pocket or wherever it doesn't crumple up. They do nod towards you and you head back over. Once you realize that everyone has finished their meals. By now, these guys would be awake. It's been long enough.
Damn.
Ada's gonna ask Amar the question. So, did you make a decision about what you're doing?
Yeah, I think I did.
Do you mind if I ask what decision you made?
I mean, I'm here, but I guess it should be stated. If you'd have me, I'd be glad to come.
It is very much relieved by that. Well, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, which is good because the only jobs I can find are not well paying. And then there's the one by Mr. Monkey, or whatever his real name is. I honestly don't think that's his real name. He looks like a halfling, honestly. And I don't think halflings have those kind of names. I could be wrong.
You never know.
Honestly, if you give yourself a moniker, it's usually you're famous or wanted from the law. So this was probably a better choice. If
Like
I think
Whisper
about it.
over there.
Whisper looks towards you. Technically, I work for the law, but yes, I'm pretty sure I'm wanted somewhere with my other aliases.
I am
Well-
not going to.
Well, welcome aboard, Amara.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet most of you all again. And a new face. Looks towards Fauna. Yeah. Hi. Basically backs behind Ada. New people scare her. Amar nods, and then does state. So, if you're all, I'm basically packed up. If you all need to go somewhere, I'm ready to go. If you are.
We need to go up to the palace to report what we're going to be doing, as well as potentially make some arrangements for an item that we have.
All right. That should be fine. As you guys begin to prep up, get ready to go to the basically castle. This merry band of adventurers gets up, pay their tab, and then come back down. As they pass you, they basically state, well, Connor basically state, no wait, his name, it really doesn't matter. It's just I'm not gonna look for their character sheets. The Dragonborn basically states, I think it was Mark. All right, men, it's time to go kill that dragon.
What,
And
the
then-
dragon?
The elf basically looks back towards you. Technically, it's a wyvern, but it's better by marketing. We say dragon.
Now that's just like, that's a false marketing.
It pays better that way. As they go down the street.
Freaking scammers. You gotta look out for them like that. They always think that you're gonna go up something that's gonna feel like it's gonna be tough, but then they let you down, and it's just a little tiny little dragon, or like not even a dragon. It's just like a lizard. It doesn't even have any challenge at all. It's like, what are you gonna do?
Nikolai, have you experienced this before?
What are you talking about? Huh?
With being scammed?
It's just common scammed. I've never been scammed in my life.
Nikolai rolled deception.
I don't even think I get a hold of straight face when I said that. Oh shit. 23.
Oh my god.
At the moment in time, you don't really pick up on. Obviously, he's been scammed before. That's the entire reason why he's traveling right now. But at this moment in time, you don't remember that. It's like he's clearly going through something, so you don't read into it. He may or may not have at one point in time, but you're not gonna
I
press
think I
it.
should have rolled that at disadvantage.
Maybe.
I said it with like very like a jokerous smile. Like you could tell like something's wrong. I'll roll it again. Okay, whatever.
Even better.
It's okay. Imagine if it's just better than the first one. I jinxed it.
Again, at the moment in time, you're not pressing it. It's not worth fighting over or investigating further.
Go. Let's not push into some issues that we don't need to talk about.
Just out of game, don't we had to find a demon? I forget
Yeah.
when.
No. Well, no. There's a devil and a demon. There's two different things.
Okay.
I have a goat demon.
So we have,
Goat
like,
demon
two-
as a patch that I have available to. I don't know what kind of CR rating it is, but I have it available to me. But the devil cursed me, and so we talked to it. But it was actually, was it a woman? I believe.
I think it was-
Yes.
So we had to
The
kill
first time
a-
you met it was a man.
Ah.
Human, male, old, decrepit.
Yeah.
This time it was a beautiful tiefling kind of looking woman.
Okay, so it changes shape because it depends on who comes to its shop. Then yeah.
Yeah, as the adventurers put it, better marketing.
Sure. Okay.
So we do have to kill a devil at some point. I forget when.
Yeah, we
did
gotta
talk
fill.
about-
I don't know if it's a greater devil or a
You
demi
did
devil.
kill devil a while ago, though. Nameless. Technically, he did have a name. You just never figured it out.
Is this devil that that gave me these powers? Is it godlike in power?
It is trickster-like, which means not godlike. It's not a god, but it is
Oh.
powerful.
Okay.
It's more along the lines of warlock patron.
Yeah. So like
that's-
demigod.
Not necessarily, but someone with enough power and strength behind them that you could siphon it from them, and you'd
Yeah.
still be pretty strong yourself. But with that, you guys head over towards the palace. You meet King Rello, his wife, who is she looks quite young. In fact, she looks about as young as Vol, which doesn't make sense until you realize she's a genasi, which means that their lifespans are different. This is the only term of phrase I know. It doesn't until they're old enough, they don't look old. A common reference, I'm talking about like the how should I put it? Like elves. They don't age until they actually have to, which is like the last years of life.
Yeah. So like Genasi, they kind of age like a normal human up until they hit adulthood, and then they just kind of freeze in time like elves do.
Yeah.
Until at least their looks until later at stages of their life.
It's weird to see that Vol's mom kind of looks like her sister. It's a little creepy, honestly. I'm just letting
More
you know.
refined looking than Vol, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. She is of age. Older than she looks. King Rello is not a creep. Maybe he is. In this regard, he is not a creep. I'm not trying to paint him in a certain way. Other than the way I'm trying to paint him.
Sure.
Oh, wait. Let's bring you two back because you're new. Ada closer to the top. Opal would not want to get up front. They'll bring her further. Fauna, afraid people. Back. Last row. Okay.
I'll be up here.
No. We all be in a line.
Yeah. All right. With this, we will take a quick break so I can give my cat their medicine, and so you guys can get stuff if you need it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Later than normal, but okay.
Yeah,
I forgot until
It's
just now.
slowly-
Sorry.
Favorite.
All right,
Yeah,
be back.
they're good.
You're good.
I thought so. Same option that we gave Vol, potentially.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because, like, we gave, like, with Vol, she always wanted to go out and about, but she was never really allowed to. And with, right before the campaign started, she went to this druid circle, and she had changed, and so nobody really knows who she is just by appearance anymore, because she changed that much. And so we gave her the opportunity to join our group to go off and do some adventuring. So she was doing some adventuring for, I would say, about a month and a half.
Yep.
So.
Wow.
I'm back.
Yep.
Everyone good to
So
go?
Yep.
Okay. Dusty, we're saying.
Oh yeah, no, I was just kind of explaining, like, we'll go, if we can find the prince, essentially, we'll give him some options.
Mhm.
He can go with us to Hythe, and then from Hythe he can make his way up to the capital, or he can continue and travel with us going through Dawn.
What do we need to tell the king exactly?
We just need to report in to let them know what our plans are.
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual things you need to report to him, other than saying, "Hey, your daughter's okay. Making sure to keep an eye on her." It's your plan for the coming future. Basically, he did ask you to take on the continuing mission to discover what these people are trying to do in these other towns. So if you decide to take on the mission, you will be accepting another job. Which
So King, did you get my message, by the way?
No, that was...
King Rella looks towards you. Your message, and Kynes does state that would be me.
Yeah, Dust will be like, yeah, it was General Kynes.
Gotcha. Okay, well, sorry about that. I kind of said some weird things. I didn't mean. It was like a recording. I couldn't stop the recording. My bad.
Yeah, it was strange after Well, I'm assuming you're not used to the new magical properties that people are coming up and about with, so that's probably fine.
Yeah. I'm sending stones are one thing, but when you can have to have a mechanical thing and then you can't retry it, it just kind of leaves and you can't do it again.
We're still
Yeah.
testing these things out. King Relo then states, anyways, thank you all for coming here, and I'm glad you took the time to actually rest for a while. And thank you for bringing my daughter to me as well. I was wondering where she was. Looks towards Tynes. Tynes looks away. Well, like, more or less waves. These people are in the connected circle, so they would be fine with knowing because they are people of the crown that know them. Wife of the king, general of the king. For some reason, I left Menno here.
He looks like an interesting guy. It's kind of just like, yeah.
I think the reason why you didn't want him the first time was he was an interesting guy.
Yeah, he was
A little
kinda-
too interesting.
Yeah.
It was a little
Yeah.
rambunctious, and we knew that we were going to be doing
I
quite a
would've
bit of
killed him.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stands out from the crowd, definitely.
So, I don't know how. Sorry, Dogma.
No, continue.
So how much can we like? I mean, it feels like we're kind of like repeating what we thought we were gonna do, and we're gonna tell them because we know what we're gonna tell them. It's just, I don't know how much do you want to like role play out of it.
You can just
like,
tell me what you plan to tell him, and then
Yeah,
you don't have to
we're-
role play it out if you don't want to. You can just say,
Oh,
we
I'm fine
took
with
the job.
doing it.
I'm fine with role playing this out. It was just like some of the other stuff. It was just like it's kind of pointless to role play this part out, and
Yeah.
So like with dropping off the bag of holding and selling the shell and the leather
Yeah.
armor, extra leather armor that I had, it was just like pointless.
Yeah.
So
I suppose it's just we're telling him what we're doing, and then I'm more interested in role playing about the egg part and seeing.
Yeah. You basically tell him, Vol's here. We're making sure she's safe while we're still in town, but you do intend to take on the mission. At that point in time, Relo does thank you for this, and looking towards Tynes, Tynes comes over with a basic missive of King and Crown. Each of you in this current group, except for Grok gives his back. Tynes and him will talk later. Vol doesn't get one because she is grounded. Everyone basically gets one of these, and then alongside
That means
a
we don't
pouch
have
of
to-
money.
We don't have to. We should have. Oh, that means we have more money for us, and she doesn't get the money. Wow.
That's not how that works, but okay. You are
Yeah.
each given a missive of King, which basically means that currently you are considered part of the military. It's not to say they can send you out to war. It's more like you are governing agents for the King and Crown, which means you do have some leeway in various situations, but that's not to say you have authority over the governing body that is present
Nikolai
in the city.
looks at this like he looks at it like it's like a golden ticket to the Willy Wonka factory.
Basically, you can order a footman to do whatever, but you can't order the mayor around. That kind of thing. That thing.
This more or less says that we're working for the king and for General Tynes, just kind of some say and a leeway in certain situations.
Yeah. That being said, though, you are also given what's it called again? I'm blanking on the name. You're giving some money up front, so if you need or inquire any expenses as of now, each of you are given 100 gold just to take this job.
A royal pardon?
No. I don't
No.
know.
Oh.
Why? Did you commit a crime, Nikolai?
No, I just didn't know what you were thinking of, and I thought I just threw out a word.
I think down payment, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a.
No.
Okay.
But at this, each of you are given it, and King Relo does state, it is up to you to decide on which path you decide to take. But keep us informed and updated.
we can let you know the path that we desire, that we are desiring to take at this moment in time. We've already planned that ahead. We plan on going, first stopping by the mine, that's having some problems.
When you say that, General Times does state, yes, as of right now, the kingdom is currently not everywhere, but the main capital is inquiring problems with general merchandise of gemstones and the like, which is problematic for spellcasters and those enchanters and the sort. There is something going on there that is part of the ecosystem is imbalanced. That looks towards the king could be quite beneficial, and if it is part of this, could be an additional bonus to their final pay. King, Your Highness. The king does take that of note.
We plan on going to the mines and taking care of that issue. And then we plan on going through the Great Forest. And seeing what we can find with regards to the issues that are there. Whether or not we can solve them, that's all up to debate. But we do wish to make our way over to Dawn from there, with a stop in Hythe to meet up with some old acquaintances on our way out over.
He nods, seeing, and well, you guys all met at Hythe, so he understands that. When you say we're gonna go to the Great Forest, the queen more or less was quiet up to this moment in time, and like her face becomes a little bit brighter. You give her a little bit of hope, is what I'm basically saying. So, good job, team.
Oh yeah, no, it was he knows that the people in this room who need to know, by just saying that, he would give them hope and like tell them, hey, we're going to go look for the prince. Whether or not we can find him, I'm not going to make any promises, but we're going to try.
And you also excluded the name or the word prince, making sure that those in the know understand what you mean, and those not, well, they should not or don't have that information, which is good, because you never know if there's a spy around looking at you.
No.
Hello?
And then...
Oh, Dust, is that everything Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
This is all that we have in regards to our mission. But we do have one
Dust,
item.
I have a question.
Yes.
King Rello, if we have something of value, do you think, is this a secure place so that we can share an item that is very valuable?
Of course.
Very valuable.
Continue to repeat.
Okay.
Very valuable. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. Just go ahead, Dogma.
Okay.
And no, that's what my sentence was. Yeah.
Very valuable. About the fourth time you say, Nikolai. Kimelo does state, this is my private home. These soldiers, these people around me are trusted allies. Unless it is worth... I'm not sure. I suppose if some god blessed whatever you plan on showing me is there, and they are some sort of divine agent of theirs, it should be fine.
This is something that we
it's
made.
Pretty close. I mean, I guess you could say it was someone that was blessed by a god made it. So yeah.
You see, like, one of the guards get a little bit closer to you. That one. Like,
Hey,
takes a half
buddy,
step.
what you doing?
You want to be guarded, don't you? Want to make sure that your item is safe.
Nikolai, hold out the bag.
I'm very, I very, very slowly reach into the bag, and then
No, Dust will go to take it out of the bag.
and then
it's
I'll hold
big
the
enough.
bag open so you can take it out.
And then Dust will pull out the egg
You pull out a comically large size. Oh, for some reason I cannot find the token I used. Hey, there we go. Comically sized, giant, massive, honestly, beautiful work of art. Presenting it to the king. The guard that was basically trying to get closer to you to guard you. I just also wanted to make you paranoid. Sorry, guys. Takes a half step back, going, "Yeah, okay, it's not worth dying for this."
Press it. Press it. Press it.
No. And instead of like pushing like a button or wind up, it's more of like you add just a little bit of magic to it.
Mm-hmm.
Something that anybody would necessarily have, and the music starts going, and the peacocks will unfurl, and the way they unfurl, it kind of makes the music a little louder.
Yeah. Beginning to play out the music and beginning to, well, generate something beautiful. You can tell that the crowd is mesmerized. It is ornate, it is decorative, and it is expensive. When Nikolai said, well, pretty much exact same thing, touched by a god and blessed by it, well, Nikolai wasn't lying. The skill it took to make this is, well, massive. It takes time, dedication, a lot of elbow grease, and, well, teamwork in your guys' case. When the song finishes playing and the, well, archonic egg closes once more, you can tell that the king is very, very interested.
Well, what'd you think?
It is something quite valuable and ornate, and I can see why you're hesitant to show people. If you are looking to perhaps sell this, I wouldn't be opposed to perhaps purchasing it from you. Outside of our current business, of course.
Well,
Of course, outside of the current business. And this item is really one of the best masterpieces that it is the best masterpiece I've created to date. And I don't think I will ever exceed this, personally. Openly admitted that he's the one who created this. I created this with a few of us. It is truly beautiful, and we want to make this item known.
Mr. No. Your entire name is needed for this part. Among the dust.
My name, yes. Well, no. At this point, Dust will state, "My name is Among the Dust
I'm not
of
sure.
the Ethereal Peaks clan."
He nods. Didn't know where you came from specifically. But when you tell him, he takes a note and repeats it back to you, respectively, and continues on. Among the dust. Your vision is something ornate, something complex, and something quite grand. When you constructed this, I highly doubt you had plans on succeeding this fantastically. And with this piece being made so young at your age, I highly doubt you are done reaching for the top. But it is something desirable, precious. If you do intend to sell this, then I am more than willing to buy it. And to show it. To present it as a treasure, not for me, but the entire kingdom itself. In a time where we are uncertain, when we are not quite sure if our countrymen are alive and about, we can all use a bit of beauty in our life.
Um, Dust is tearing up a little bit. He's like, "You are correct. It did not start off as when we started to make this egg. We had no idea of what it would lead to. Once we finished it, and now, hearing what you have said, this is an item that can bring about a great deal of good and hope to the people."
He nods in turn. Queen Pearl, whose name I didn't give you, but you, if you're part of this kingdom or know royalty, you would know who these people are. And you guys have been working long enough that you would know her name. Looks towards you and she does state, "Indeed. Name the price you would like for it, and it'll be yours. And it shall be yours." Which begs the question, Mr. Dust. What is this worth
Yeah.
to you? Because at this point in time, you didn't exactly go with Grok's plan, but you did go with the plan. And that is to show the kingdom, to represent it as some treasure of this kingdom, to give hope to these people. At the exact same time, it is a treasure that you created with your companions, your friends, allies, whatever you consider them. Something precious that was made, and that kind of thing is hard to let go.
Like, Dust knowing perfectly well that he can easily get, with just this item, 10,000 easily. But knowing that this item can be used to uplift the people, and knowing that there's a lot that it can do, he's gonna add, and that there's still a lot that's all this can, like, this egg can do, and but he wants to make this not a symbol of necessarily money, of skill, but of that hope, but also making it worth their time and to potentially help the group out. He's going to ask for 8,000 gold.
She nods. She looks towards General Tynes, and Tynes comes over. That look simply enough states for him to come over. When he does, she whispers something into his ear, and he nods in turn. He leaves to go to the coffers and comes back with what appears to be a giant chest of what probably is money inside. When he comes over to hand it over towards you, the thing is heavy. He puts it down beside you, salutes, and in a very hard movement, not lifting the thing because it's not extremely heavy, but it is fragile. But that's not the only reason why it's a hard movement, because it's also giving up a treasure, but at the exact same time, giving a little hope. As you open the chest, you can determine that the thing is filled to the brim. At a game, she gave you way more than that. She gave you 12,000 gold.
Oh, wow. And Dust is just utterly speechless. And he just begins to cry. And those that are immediately around him can hear him muttering, I did some good.
Giving
I'm
you... Go ahead.
able to help others. I'm able to do a lot. Just muttering to himself as he's just breaking down in tears.
Giving you the time you need. The king, the queen, and the general do not make a beat, do not make a motion, and are, in this moment, not very political. They do not basically, hey, let's get the job done. It's more like, this is something that needs to be felt, that needs to run its course. They are not moving it forwards as a courtesy to you and to the kingdom itself, and as well as the friends that their daughter have made. So allowing you to feel this moment is something that they're more than willing to give you. At a moment in time when you're able to move forwards. And with the sad music a little bit away, the business is continued. After a good, more or less 5 minutes after discussing things here and there, the king does state, as of now, you have given us far more than we had expected. You have taken care of our daughter, taken care of giving this kingdom hope, and taking care of the cities that you have found and gone through along the way. And it does seem you intend to take care of more still after. I do thank you for this, and money will be one thing, but I do intend to give you more after the job is done, as it is far more deserving of you and your lot. When you are ready to go and leave town, you in fact have my blessing, the Queen's blessing, and the kingdom's blessing in turn. If you need help from other sources, you are more than willing to ask, and it shall be yours. But those that you have here, they seem strong, capable, and determined.
So that's like that blessing. That's like a monetary blessing, or is it just like your word in blessing form, right?
Metaphorically, yes.
There's a great deal that we have. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
He nods. At a game, you guys can go ahead and roll, click the box that says inspiration.
Wow. What does that mean?
You can just have advantage on any roll in the future until you use that inspiration dice.
Forever?
Until you use it.
Yeah, so we get 1 point
Yeah,
of inspiration.
Yeah, I thought it was just a one-shot thing.
Yeah, once you use it, it's gone, but it'll stay there until you use it.
Nice.
But it's a one-time use. At a game, that's the blessing. In game, it's just honestly his word.
Okay.
But continuing on, as you have small talk here and there, saying potentially goodbye to Vol, because she does have to stick around here. Do you like spend a day to just relax and go tomorrow, or do you immediately head out today? You don't have to do anything within that day. It's just a time to speak with everyone, to say your goodbyes, and things of that nature.
I think we would spend about a day saying goodbyes and then also getting supplies.
Yeah.
Because knowing that the bag of holding that we have now can preserve food stuff. Oh, Dust is all over that. Like, not necessarily keep things cold, but preserve stuff. Oh, he's all.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we split this? How do we split that money if we would take it?
So
You can ignore NPCs.
Kind of okay.
In-game wise, you all divvy it up. Whoever helps gets some, blah, blah, blah. Just ignore NPCs. In-game,
So
they
I
get their own currency, so don't worry about them.
I'm just wondering if Dust wants to have a bigger portion or not.
The idea was that this money would go to the party.
Okay.
And so this 12,000 gold will be for party funds.
And not
So if
those
we
kind,
need to-
Nikolai.
So if we need to purchase anything as a party, we would pull it potentially from this. So we have our own separate
Yeah.
gold, but this is like kind of the party
so if
emergency
I want to go buy a
funds.
cube of force, I can go buy a cube of force with party funds, right?
It would have to be okayed by the rest of the party.
Cube of force is really powerful.
So it's just a backup. Okay.
You can take it back.
So,
Yeah.
but like, this would be the types of things where we want to upgrade to not necessarily horses, but say more of a monstrous beast of burden
Mhm.
to carry our to do the cart, or we choose to ride instead of going on along in a wagon. We would use the party funds to purchase said mounts.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
That-
sense.
That's the kind of situation that this would be for.
Yeah.
Or if you're just a little bit short
Sure.
of funds, if
Yeah.
you talk to everybody, we could pull it from that.
Sure. Yeah.
But you spend the day saying goodbyes, divvying up the money however you can, just explaining the concept of sharing money.
I mean, surprisingly, Dust sharing money. Jeez.
Getting to Hythe, or rather getting to Dawn, is a 2-week journey. If you do decide to go buy animals,
Can we stop at
you
the
still
magic
have the
shop?
horses. Like, those were paid for about the year, I think. So those are good to go. If you want to expand on that and get maybe horses to that actually ride instead of traverse with a carriage behind them, you can definitely do that too. Ada, you were saying something?
Oh, sorry, that was my seat. But I was going to say, we don't want to roleplay this, but can Ada get the address to Rowan's estate, or his last knowing place in Dawn?
Yeah, I think I already gave it to you, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
Going
That's
back
awesome.
to your old war friend, who is currently the captain of the guard in town, South Guard technically. He go over to the orphanage, visit your friend, and he does give you the missive to your old flame. Well, flame, hard to describe now. Memories a little bit vague. You just know that something's up and you need answers. So when he gives you the information, he does state, "This is the known location I do know. However, I do not know what their current standing is, just that they're still part of the military. So if you do intend to get answers, please be careful. I'd rather not lose you a second time.
I promise. I will be careful this time.
His wife comes over, still at the desk. She handles the books. Simply states, "Do take care, dear. Honestly, we can all use a little bit of clarity in our lives, and well, you definitely deserve it. So if you do need help, let us know. I'm willing to kick a few doors down to make sure people we care for are taken care of, and those that hurt them are also taken care of." She's a little scary.
We're not killing anyone, but thank you.
She knows.
She pulls out the, what is the mirror called again?
A compact. It's just basically
Compact
a mirror with technically what's it called? Powder on the other end, so makeup. She looks towards you, hands it back towards you. You can keep it if you'd like. I have plenty.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll definitely keep it.
Of course. Since you are along your journey, you can use it to start fires and the like. Before I was the governing body here at the orphanage, I was technically a ranger, exploring the wilderness and the like until I met this. She would say idiot, but in an endearing way. I just can't really phrase it right now. Basically, lovable scamp. And blah blah blah. She's in love. She's frightening, and well, she's willing to help. She's a nice person, but at the exact same time, also a little bit scary, since she's willing to maybe potentially kill someone. Maybe. She never said those words, but she never did not say those words. But she gives you the compact as a memento, and your old friend gives you a hug. She gives you a hug in turn. 5 of their kids give you a hug, like the smallest kids that don't understand the circumstances, but know that this is important, so they just glomp around you. They basically see you out, and you meet back with your team.
Magic shop?
As you go over to the magic shop, you do know it's a 2-week trip to get there. So rations are easily enough done. Just spend the gold and you'll have that. Honestly, it's probably cheaper than that, but a gold, enough rations for all of you should suffice. If you want to be stingy, I can put a number on it. I think it's only like 5, no, probably less than that. Probably like 2 copper.
Dust would willingly put up that gold, and he would be the one getting like most of the rations.
Yeah.
So
a gold will definitely cover your entire group for the week and feed for any animals you decide to get.
Mm-hmm.
While there, you get your horses, get them prepped up. Do you like upgrade or stick with the standard horse?
What would we get if we were to upgrade?
Upgrading basically can get you a war horse, which aren't extremely faster, but they are hardier and stronger. So if somehow you get attacked, they are, better to defend themselves and able to defend you. If you go beyond that one, if you upgrade, it's 5 gold. If you upgrade again, you get dire wolves that are trained to move faster, stronger, and are more deadlier, honestly. And if you upgrade again, well, there's no upgrade on that point. But you, Nikolai, you were saying something?
Oh, I was going to ask Ada, did you ever get a chance to use that book that we gave you?
Which one? The Book of Angels?
Yes.
Yeah, we have to go into a
no,
temple.
yeah,
You have to go into a temple.
We should
No, I
probably
haven't.
do that before we leave, because then you would be
Yeah.
able to have some more effective, I guess, battle-wise.
Essentially. Anyways, like I was saying before, if you upgrade a grand, which is the final upgrade, you get what's known as keyring horses, which basically just means you get what looks like a knight piece for a chessboard that you can activate, and out pops out a summoned steed, which is a lot faster than a standard horse, twice as fast. You can't carry anything with them unless, I guess, you can still use your wagon. But this is the faster way of traveling and the most expensive way.
Okay. I'm thinking at this point, upgrading to war horses.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Because I don't think we're quite ready for dire wolves yet.
Fair.
But with going into the Grand Forest, we don't necessarily what's going on. And there could be things in there that would spook a normal horse.
Yeah, that's fair. You pay the 5 gold to upgrade, and they switch your horses out. Sorry, Nikolai, you don't get... I forget the name, but you don't get to see your old companion once more. You say goodbye. It's a cheery moment for an hour. You come back with new horses.
Oh no, Sebastian.
Sebastian, that's what it was. You come back. New horses are set up and prepped up. The stableman does state, all right then, whenever you're ready, they're good to go. While in the magic shop, is there anything else you do? Or while in shop, anything else?
Oh, well, I was thinking about seeing if he had a cube of force available, or any other magic wands or interesting magic items that I would be able to use of the sort.
He does look towards you, and he does state, I have the wands you mentioned beforehand. Don't really have anything unique unless you basically get it commissioned. Other than that, it's the standard, basically. We do have a cube of force, but as I mentioned before, these... Well, you don't seem drunk anymore, because it's been a couple hours since you were drinking. It does cost a lot.
Yes.
All right. According to my book, it does cost 62,000 gold.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
It's clearly wrong, though. It does state that it has a 10th level slot, so I'm not even sure if that's correct or not.
Does it really?
I honestly just looked it up on Google and said Cube of Force 5e cost, and this is Order of Moderation Avocation, CL 10th.
A cube of force is very strong. It basically is the wall of force, but different.
Yeah.
Like in a magic form.
I'm just gonna say Cube of Force rare, wondrous, non-combat. I found another thing that just says 5e magic shop, so I'm gonna go with that one. It costs between price
on the
for
magic
same
items.
It according to same prices, 16,000 gold.
Oh yeah, it says 16. Yeah, 16,000.
Still expensive, but cheaper than the other one.
Yeah, we don't have those kinds of funds.
No, we don't. I know.
go
Because ahead, Dogma.
He gives you a discount since that's nobleman prices. I'm willing to cut you a deal for, let's say, 10,000 gold.
What was the pearl of power you said?
I think it was 1,000. No, wait, that was...
He brought it down to 2.
Yeah.
The pearl of power was 2,000?
Yeah, 1,000 was the gemstone you sold him. I think the pearl of power was 2.
What does the pearl of power do? While a person is on your person, you could use an action to speak command word and regain 1 expended spell slot. If the spell slot is a 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd. Once you use a spell pearl, you can't use it again until the next dawn. I mean, that's pretty good.
You basically store a very high level or low level, depending on what you want to do.
Oh, it's not store. It's like you can use it to get a spell slot back.
Right,
it's like a free spell slot. Yeah.
I am thinking of some other item.
Yeah. And
that would be the ring of Spellcat that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Open the wrong note. But yeah.
Does he have any Uon stones?
I'm afraid not, sir. We are currently low on gemstones, so we cannot currently make.
Is that the
anything.
same as a gemstone?
I could be wrong. This is me at a game. I could be wrong.
What is it called?
The Tasha thing, right?
Uon, no, it's a regular thing. Uon stone. IOUN.
I don't have any
they're-
Uwan stones in my notes, but if they're not extremely rare, he could probably have them.
And it,
Let me see.
Most of them are rare or very rare.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
What are they made out of?
It's a stone.
They're stone. They're made stone orbs. They're each type made of different shapes and colors, but they're basically magical stones imbued with magic. And they increase. Different ones have different things. They can increase your abilities by 2 to a maximum of a 20, depending on which stone you have, or they can do different things.
Yeah, they range from rare to legendary. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick and choose a rare one. We do have an awakeness stone. I'm pretty sure I'm reading that wrong. You can't be surprised while this dark
Awareness.
blue, a rhomboid orbits your head.
How much would that be?
I'm not gonna look up the price. Let's call it 500 gold.
500.
That's also him and me saying that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out some different. And then what was the light? You said you had a light. Was there anything you have that does cold damage? I don't think that would work.
I don't believe we have anything currently except potion of cold breath.
Let's see. What was the lightning bolt? One you had available?
It's a wand. It costs 1,000 gold. He
1,000
shows you it.
Okay, I'll buy that. That'd be fine.
It has a charge per day, and once used, it does need to recharge after a long rest.
It has one charge?
Yes.
Lightning bolt.
I'm pretty sure lightning bolt's a 3rd level spell.
Wait,
if
lightning
you're
bolt
looking
has
to see
one
what it-
charge?
That's what he says. He could be wrong, or he could be lying.
no, I think it has.
It has 7.
think-
One has 7 charge. For 1 charge, you cast a 3rd level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot for each additional charge you spend. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20 on a 1. The wand crumbles.
Okay,
and is
cool.
destroyed.
Then I clearly have the wrong thing in my note. It
But
does the thing you
also-
have there.
But also that is worth. I mean, on my end, I'm looking at. It is worth.
It's rare. 1,000
It is-
sounds good.
Yeah, 1,000 sounds good.
Yeah, it does the thing you do. It just costs the standard price, the 1,000 gold, which probably is cheaper than what you found. But I
Yeah,
don't
that's.
care.
Yeah, you don't care. Okay. I mean, I'll
To
give
a
him,
degree, I don't care.
I'll give him 1,500, and then call it a day.
Yeah.
Because that is very much cheap.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm just trying to get you out of the shop.
okay. Now I gotta do math.
He stayed towards you. Anything else you would need?
No, that's all.
All right then. Anyone else needing to do anything other than saying goodbyes to friends, family, random people that you met in the city, those random NPCs?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Dust has really nothing. So
I was going to say that Age should probably do the Book of Angels thing. Go into a chapel.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to make a map for that because I actually want to roleplay that one out. So-
Okay.
that's
Nice.
good.
Before you
Okay.
leave, you are definitely gonna do that. But next time, you are definitely heading towards the mine. And well, what a mine it'll be. I had that map ready. But
Yeah.
let's
Woo.
go to the church beforehand, and we'll find out what exactly does it mean when you speak to God. Or a seraphim, because technically it is a book of angels. And which one will answer? Because technically, Ada, you are not exactly yourself fully. Let's see if that causes anything next time, as we in the session.